area, which I am doing. It's very ventilated here. So just make sure of that.
Can I just, as you're doing that, I'm so sorry, Tracy, very, very, very quickly, over 40% of the complete collection has gone. Remember, you are getting the bonus birthday gift, that stamp as well thrown in. It is one per customer. So many of you are going for that complete collection. The stencils designed by Abs, the stamps designed by Tracy, putting them together, 3 flexi payments. It could potentially sell out this hour. We'll see. I'm not guaranteeing that, but we are just very, very busy. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. Thanks ever so much, everybody, for purchasing. So what we're doing now, Yanis, is we're actually adding the alcohol inks to our gel press. And I love adding alcohol inks this way because it just gives me a different look to the alcohol inks. A lot of the time, the alcohol inks are used on Yupo.
Yes.
And, you know, everybody likes different things, and I'm not a great shiny kind of person. I like it sort of more vintage, more grungy, more shabbied up. So it can still look bright, it doesn't have to look grungy. And if you want, you can go back and add. Now this stencil is perfect for this because you've got those open areas that you can add detail to if you want. Now this is like the new Totally Dotty stencil. You know, it's going to be a new favourite of mine. And what I like is, now Abs has got a stencil, a stamp that actually coordinates beautifully with the stencil. And it's lovely because you get a cohesive design. Because it's sized to A7, it means that when you're stamping and you're layering, you get a cohesive design because you've got the same pattern repeated but in smaller scale.
And it's interesting to hear you talk about that because I know so much thought goes into the actual sizes of stamps and sets that we're bringing so they do work together.
You have to think about that in your head when you're designing. You can't just put anything on paper and think that's going to transpose onto a stamp. No. So what you can do if you want, you can stamp onto the gel plate. You might not see it very clearly because it's just very delicate, but what you can do is you can stamp, try and miss the line at the edge of the stamp, but you can press in some of that texture and it will remove some of the alcohol ink. That's what it's supposed to do. Can you see it's removed here? It'll just make it look a little bit different. And then what you can do, as you can see, you've got a lovely pattern on your gel press. Now it doesn't matter if you go away, make a cup of tea, do the ironing, whatever you want to do, that will still stay on there. It'll stay on there as long as you want, no problem at all. So what you can do then is you take your paint, the same light colour paint, so this could be white, it could be blue, as long as it's a pale contrasting colour, then you're okay. So I'm just going to brayer that paint out, just to prime my brayer, and layer a light layer over the gel press. And that's just a light layer of paint. Now don't panic if you don't get a good print. It doesn't matter. You don't get a good print, don't worry about it. And I'm not saying that just to preempt in case I get a rubbish print. I'm saying that because a lot of ladies and gentlemen are frightened of using the gel plate because they think if they don't get a print that's perfect edge to edge, that's not right. That's not what the gel plate's about. The gel plate also gives you random backgrounds. It gives you a random feel. So as you can see, my paint is too dry. Let me just show this. My paint is too dry, so it hasn't lifted. So what I've done is I've not added enough paint. So you don't panic, just this time add a thicker layer of paint.
And to point out, this is a brand new gel press. So, you know, this is the whole point we were trying to show, because the more you use it, and we describe it as being seasoned, the better it gets.
But to be fair, Yanis, that is user error. That is user error because it's not enough paint on the gel press.
Would you ever use your brayer on the back as well?
Yes, you can use your brayer. I tend to use my hands because it just gives me I can press really firm. If you've got dexterity problems, then just go over like so. So we just lift. There we go. And this is why you sometimes need to make mistakes on live TV. Because I did a workshop and we didn't have any of these mistakes on the workshop. So it's good to make mistakes.
That looks great.
But it also proves that it's alcohol inks. It looks nothing like alcohol inks. But look at that stencil. You've also got the tiny triangles in the background just from the stamp set. So it's just a different way.
Just before we move on, half the stock of the complete collection has gone. Can I just say, I know we've got viewers watching us in the UK, in Europe, in America. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is what makes Hochanda such a special place. We've had loads of emails. Keep those coming in, studio@hochanda.com. We are about to move on with our demonstration. I just wanted to get in a couple of inspirations just to give you an idea of what you can achieve with this fantastic collection. So here's one from Debbie. Oh, no, come on. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. You're going to like this from Janet. Janet, that is stunning. So using the stencil and creating her own work. How about this hair? And this is a great example. Another one from Debbie. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful hair. And I know how hard Tracy worked in getting this right. Multiple attempts until she was truly happy. Or what about this flower? This is one from Joe. Oh, come on. This collection is incredible. It's designed to work with elements from that Tracy's brought to you in the past. Come on, this is so good. All right, so I just want to recap. Let me just pop those down for a second, and then I promise I'm going to be quiet. The one-day special, you can get it as a one-day special with a saving. Details, we'll just flash those on your screen. 60% of the stock for the one-day special has gone. We're not even halfway through the first hour. $49.97, saving £16. You do have flexi payments. But if you wanted to go for the stamps, the one-day special, and then you wanted to get the stencils designed by Abs and the stamp. So you've got Abs inspiration here, you've got all of Tracy's fantastic artwork here in one collection. You're still getting the £6 saving from the one-day special. That's already factored in. But as a freedom price discount, you're getting an extra 10%. You're actually better off becoming a Freedom member, taking advantage of the savings. You'll be saving money. I know you have to pay to become a Freedom member, £6.97. If you do that, you're actually saving money. And then what I would say is for a month, enjoy Freedom membership. And then at the end of that month, if you wish, you can opt out, but you do need to opt out. So that's a complete collection. The one-day special is busy. The complete collection is very busy too. Look at those flexi payments. £22.18, your first flexi payment, spreading it over 3 months. Half the stock of the complete, 60% of the one-day special. All I can say is, Tracy, we are busy. Oh, and very quickly, happy hour as well. Just to give you a quick flash of the happy hour as we head back to Tracy. Happy hour again, so busy. This is stamps by Tracy Evans. You know what that means and how well will this set work with the one-day special. $19.98, you're getting both sets, $829.929. And we've got a 7-day saver from AALL Create as well. You can find those on the website. We'll just flash the details. So here we go, $19.98, your 7-day savers, $255,868. Tracy, I'm going to keep quiet now.
That's all right.
Get back to our demo. Sorry.
It breaks it up for me.
Well, I feel bad because you want to see your demos.
No, it breaks it up for me. So I'm literally going to use the hair stamp now just to show how beautifully this stamps. I'm so chuffed with this. Sometimes when some images take so long to get right, it's lovely when they come together in stamp form. Now I'm tapping a little bit lighter because this ink pad is a brand new ink pad.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm just tapping a little bit lighter. So what you need to do, even though we're stamping onto plain white cardstock, I'm just going to make sure that I give good even pressure. And even though I'm not stamping onto a painted layer, I still make sure that that stamp has time to soak into the card.
Yeah.
I always repeat the same thing, whether I'm doing workshops, whether I'm demoing. It's important that you don't rush this process because that's when you get frustrated because then you get poor results. But as you can see, I can make mistakes like the best of people. So you just don't have to get frustrated, you just take your time. Take your time with the whole process. And with the AALL Create acrylic blocks, I can just lift that up just to make sure that I get the central area.
A bit of flex.
A bit of flex, we like a bit of flex.
Oh,
and just
yes.
look at that. I just love that stamp. Absolutely love that stamp. I just think the detail is absolutely fantastic.
Tracy, tell us, how long did it take to get that right? Because I know you put so much effort into
It's
getting
embarrassing,
it right.
Yanis.
No, it's not embarrassing. It shows that you're a perfectionist.
It's not just that. I'm not a natural, you know, like a botanical artist or anything like that. I'm a doodler. But I like things in a quirky style. So if it doesn't look sort of a bit quirky or a bit different, then I have to keep doing it again. So some of the lines were drawn over 100 times.
Well, Tracy, that's the kind of stamp I'd want to invest in because it shows you're not just happy with it, it has to be absolutely perfect to you. and it shows. That is such a beautiful image.
I just love it, and I think the quality, when it just stamps like that, I just think the quality is fantastic.
Yeah.
You'll be pleased to know that I've actually cut one out already, so that you don't have to watch me cut out. And what we're going to do now is we're going to use Absy's stamp. We're going to use the triangular stamp. And because this has got triangular elements and the stencil has, it gives me a cohesive design. So it means that everything works together. Nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use ripe persimmon, because I'm bringing in a contrasting colour over the hair in a few seconds. Yeah. So I keep talking to Yanis and the camera. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to add some of this stamped element to the background. And I'm inking it very randomly. Now what I need to do is just reach for some kitchen roll. I do this in my craft room, reach for things. They can't see me, you see, but I knew I'd have to do it on television, reach for something. Just take away those edges, just so that you don't get any straight edges. Okay. And then what you can do is you can stamp the triangles onto the background. And it just gives you a cohesive design. It just means that all the shapes work together.
Do you know what's nice? It actually gives you a sense of scale too.
Yes, it does, and I think that's important. But also, I know there's ladies that love to just stamp and then leave it nice and plain like the stamped image is, but I like adding layers, so that's just me personally. So I'm just going to add another little touch here as well, like so. Beautiful. And then what we've got, let's bring in one of our other stamp sets. So on the A5 stamp set, the Great Outdoors, we've got this lovely border stamp. I know you can't see much when it's on, I'm holding up a piece of plastic, but it's an absolutely fantastic stamp just on its own. It's got so much detail, little leaves, everything. So I just love that stamp. So I'm now going to add some of the ink to this stamp. And again, I'm using contrasting colours. And what I like about this stamp is it goes straight over the orange. So I'll just add a little bit more detail in the lighter areas so you can see in a little bit more detail. It just adds another detail to the design.
Subtle.
Yes.
Bit nice, yeah.
But even when you stamp this on its own, it's fantastic. I just love it when it's stamped on its own as well. So it's just a fab stamp.
It's complementing your dress very nicely as well, the colours.
Yes, very green. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add the hair here, like so. But that is very stark, so we don't want to leave it like that. We're going to stick it down for now, but what we want to do first is stamp it in the background. So that we've got this text element. We still want the text element from the hair, so we're going to stamp this in the background and then add the dimension to the foreground.
Nice. Do you know what's nice? I'm looking at the hair, Tracy, and this is something I always get with your stamps. The more you look at them, more things you discover.
Exactly.
But you've really caught the hair in motion. You can imagine that hair springing forward, the legs are out. He's in full stride there.
Yeah, I just love the details. I just love the details. And it's funny little things like the ears.
Yeah.
I am slightly quirky, but everybody knows that by now. They know I'm slightly quirky. And I've been well behaved as well. I've been well behaved.
You always are.
You need to listen to some of our Facebook Lives, Yanis. Some of our Facebook Lives are dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you, anyway, that's a good reason to tune in.
Yes, we go bin diving for products and everything. So I'm now going to add this over the top. Yeah. So what you can see is it gives me that text element in the background, and that's what I like. So
yeah, I like that.
And I'm keeping the hair white because that gives me some contrast to the whole. Do you know, I tested this glue, Yanis, every time I test the glue before we go live. Let me just grab another glue.
I'm sorry I can't help you.
Can you not help me?
No, it is. I wish I could.
It's typical. You test everything before you go live, and now this one won't work either.
Well, while you sort that out, I'll just give you a moment just to free up the glue. While Tracy's doing that, it's a good opportunity just to remind you of what you are getting. Whether it is the one-day special, the complete collection, both are exceptionally busy. Now have a look at the one-day special. So what you're getting here, that large, I wouldn't say impactful design from Tracy, because you've got this that in itself, it's just such an effective design. And remember, this is an A4 stamp set, so you're getting this large dramatic A4 stamp set. And if I just turn that around, Look at that. So it's been split. It's not one continuous A4. If you're a little bit daunted, if you thought it was just one continuous A4 stamp, it's not. But look at the size, scale. You've even got a sentiment in there as well. Beautiful, beautiful design. Where Tracy excels, and I love the detail she pours into her work, but look at the balance too. The way she gives you that sense of depth and purpose with the stamps. And when you do see it translated onto a... See, that in itself is fantastic. Introduce a little bit of colour, but what have we done there? We've created a very easy background with the stencil. We've just introduced a bit of colour to the carrots, and that's it. I'm dragging this from my memory bank, but I do believe originally carrots used to be purple. Anyone else back me up on that? I'm getting a lot of blank faces.
You can get purple carrots.
Thank you, Tracy. Any viewers at home, if you do know this for a fact, because I think carrots used to be purple, and then you can still get them purple apparently, but they started purple and then they became orange. I might be wrong, but that's just, I'm just dragging that from my memory bank. None of the team believe me. Can I just show you this? Well, if only you could see the faces around the studio. Everyone looked at me like, purple. Now, tell me a little bit about this flower, Tracy.
This is from the A5 one. I just love this. The idea with this flower is that it can either be like a lotus flower or a water lily.
Exactly what I was thinking.
But if you want to add a stem to it, then it's completely different. The idea is it gives you versatility.
Oh,
I just love the collage on that.
So many elements to play around with.
And
Look,
those Wellingtons, you could add flowers as well.
easily.
So like pots.
A bit of doodle.
Yeah.
Doodle. All right. Thing is, I feel really lucky working as a presenter at Hochanda because there are shows and I get excited. And I am a crafter. Look, I wouldn't class myself as an amazing crafter. I'm definitely a crafter. If I'm getting excited, I can only think how everyone at home feels. This is a really special event. The fact that AALL Create are celebrating their 3rd anniversary here at Hochanda. Just to remind everybody, you are getting the bonus gift that's the stamps. Oh, here we go. So it's one per customer for any purchase you make, and that's anyway, if you're in UK, Europe or America, you will receive this. It's one per customer, so make a purchase on the live show while stocks last. You're also going to get the bonus stamp. So I'm going to be so quick here, just to remind you, you have got, if you go for the complete collection, you are getting the one-day special that you're seeing here from Tracy. Just so many images to play around with. It is a phenomenal one-day special. So you're getting that one-day special. There's the boots that we were just showing, the wonderful flower, the hair that Tracy's working on, and then the stencil set designed by the main man himself, Abs. So Abs has designed these stencils. You're getting both sets of stencils and you're getting the stamps. So for me, if you were gonna, I mean, look, dream team, put 2 sets together, stencils designed by Abs, stamps designed by Tracy Evans. You're getting your bonus stamp and you've got access to 3 flexi payments and you're getting the discount as a Freedom member, £22.18. Today, your first flexi payment, you get the lot. Over half the stock of that, the complete collection has gone in less than half an hour. That's a little bit scary. Okay, I'm going to keep quiet. We'll go back to Tracy. How's that glue? Is it sorted?
It's sorted. Oh,
okay.
Typical, doesn't it? It's just, you check it and then it still doesn't work. So for me, that now, I've added a little bit of stamping because on the hair stamp, there's a little tiny stamp as well, which works beautifully with all the stamping. So I've just added a little bit of that in the background because you don't really need to see me do that. You want me to get as many demos in as possible. Now, this is where Abs's stencil, for me, plays a big part. That looks like nothing, it's just a triangle, but for me that plays a big part in the design because if you look at that, for me it doesn't sing, it's just flat. It's the white image pops but everything else is flat, so that isn't good enough for me. So what you do is once you add this over the top to line it up, it then makes the image pop. It just makes it pop a little bit more.
Okay.
Oh, do you know, I'm having a nightmare with glues at the minute.
Oh, bless you.
It's a good job now I've gone past the, you know, shaking stage. There we go. I've only bought 12 glues with me.
We have to get you some more.
I've bought 12 with me, seriously. So just add that there. And that just makes everything pop.
Yeah, I like that.
And I will make sure when it's sent out that everything is stuck down properly.
Okay.
Now what you've got here is you've got another triangle. Now this is where your design starts to pop, where it starts to come to life. And I sort of have the flow here. So you don't sort of plonk it iddledy-piddledy, as I call it, so you just stick it. You need to think about your design, think about the cohesive balance. So what I'm going to do then is these triangles, which also in one of my later demos, that could be a tree. So Absy's stencil could also be a tree.
Can I just say thank you to all the emails that came in from everyone saying, carrots did used to be purple. Thank you, guys. And apparently just because orange carrots became more popular. This is really is one of the joys of being a presenter at Hochanda. When we don't know something, we can offer out a question, and you guys always know, so thank you very much.
Does that make you feel better now?
It does. Yeah, I don't know where I had that. I was very scared that people would come in and say, I don't know where Yanis got that from. He's just made it up.
It does make you feel better when you realise that you're not going mad. So I'm just going to add this triangle here, and then I'm going to add this one here. So I'm just going to adhere those there, and then we're just going to make those pop, and then we'll see if we can get another demo in.
Nice. Just to remind you, all the beautiful inspirations that Tracy is making, some lucky viewer is going to win. We've had such a busy launch. Everybody who's made a purchase, your name goes into a hat, and then in the 4 o'clock, so final call tomorrow at 4 o'clock, we'll announce a winner at the end. And all the pages across the duration of the one-day special, Tracy herself is going to send them out to you, and then you can put them together into a book.
So normally when you're at home, Yanis, you've got time to hold things down, you've got time for them to dry properly. When you're on live TV, you're trying to get to the next demo. So I just want people to be aware that when you're at home, take more care in adding your layers. So what you want to do then is, once your adhesive is completely dry, what you want to do is you want to go around your triangles. And you want to do this because it just makes them pop. It means that you're not in a rush to finish your project. I know on live TV we are, but when I'm at home or if I'm doing a workshop, I always make sure that these little touches are just added. So just add a little touch. And this is just an Inktense pencil. Inktense pencil, so it's water reactive. So it just means I can blend that ink.
Nice. It's such an effective technique.
And really when you start to blend it out, it just blends. And what you can do is, if you've got enough, you can just see it in this corner, it's starting to blend out now, which just makes your triangle pop.
Well, it lifts it.
And for me, this card wouldn't be finished without that stencil. Without that stencil.
Now, while Tracy's doing this, I did mention that we have got the birthday gift, one per customer, you can see here, but it is while stocks last. Be honest, we knew this was going to be a popular hour. We didn't quite anticipate it was going to be this popular. So I've got to tell you, and I'm being deadly serious, if you do want the free gift, if you're going to go for the one-day special, the complete collection, or anything on the show, this is while stocks last. It is actually running out. And if I wish I could tell you figures on how much stock we've actually sold. It's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So this is the free gift. It is starting to run out. Potentially, I could be saying that that option for the free gift has gone. So if you know you're going to go for either the one-day special or the complete collection, my advice, order now. And I'm not trying to sort of force you into doing that, but if you order now, you're going to be getting the free gift, because potentially if you order maybe later on or tomorrow, this won't be here. So I'm just telling you that. Okay.
So, Yanis, we've got that to a stage where we could do another demo rather than just add the sentiment.
That.
So,
can we just see? We're just going to take one look on the overhead from there. I know we won't lift it up because I know you're still sticking down. But there we go. That is something. Then we'll go on to our next demonstration, but someone will be winning that.
Yes, all the pages definitely. Right. So if you can just give me a couple of minutes just to get the next lot, that'll be fine. Okay.
And I love the fact, thank you so much. I don't know if we'll get a chance to show them, but I'll look at them after the show. A lot of you are sending in pictures of the purple carrots. Thank you. It wasn't meant to be a thing to show, but thank you. So you really put a smile on my face, so thank you. Okay.
So
have you ever eaten a purple carrot?
I haven't actually, no. I know they existed, but I've just
tried one. Yeah.
I wonder if it does have a different taste, or whether it's the same taste or not.
Okay. So what are we going to do now?
What we're going to do now is we're going to showcase the A4, because the A4 is a large stamp, and sometimes we just think about stamping in black. So sometimes it's nice just to do something a little bit different, a little bit more pared back, and not totally black. So I always try to, if there's no need to finish the little finishing touches on a card, I always like to get to the next demo, because I think people want more inspiration rather than me sticking a sentiment on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Distress Oxides, Ripe Persimmon and Candied Apple.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply those to my the A4 stamp comes in 2 halves.
Yeah.
You've got the carrots as 1 half, and you've got this beautiful leaf collage as the 2nd half. And what I'm doing is I'm adding my Distress Oxide inks directly to the stamp. Sometimes it's nice just for a different look just to use the oxides. It just gives you a whole different look to the style. But I wanted to do this one. I actually changed my demos from what I was actually going to do in the first place, because I thought it's a good way just to show you what detail there is on the A4 stamp.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to place that down, and normally I turn it on the side, but because it's a little bit bigger, I'm holding it this way because it just feels better for me.
Okay.
So again, with the oxides, I'm just allowing that ink to sit. Oxides stamp very well because they've got that opaque element. Your Distress inks bead up because they haven't got that opaque element. So what I'm doing is I'm allowing that ink again, and I will still lift my acrylic block from AALL Create just to make sure that it just lifts for the centre.
Okay.
And then hopefully this will show just how gorgeous this stamp is.
Oh, wow.
So it just shows you the detail in the
Tracy,
stamp.
and we've done nothing
to it.
We've just inked that up. But now that, see, something like this, I think is such a great example of what a talented designer you are, because that is incredible.
I just love it. I love it.
That looks like, we would spend normally, and this is the beauty of AALL Create stamps, normally we would spend a long time trying to achieve that same look.
Yeah.
You can do it with the stamp and then spend other times like building your design.
But sometimes you can, obviously I'm usually about the layers, and sometimes we can overcomplicate things for some people. So sometimes it's nice to pare it back.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the one that's dried a little bit.
Okay.
Now if you wanted to, you could spray that with water, because then it would sort of bleed if you wanted to, but I don't want that look, so I'm not going to do that. So what I've got here is I've now got a spotlight.
Yeah.
So what you can do now is you can take your same stamp and you can add a spotlight.
And now this is a lot, I've seen you do this technique before, and I'm a big fan. Actually, you're one of the first people to show me this technique.
Yeah, I love doing the spotlight. For me, it's if you want to add layers, but you want to add layers with delicacy and layers that are not bulky or sort of dull. You know, because sometimes you can get so many layers you can't see everything in. So you can still keep the vibrancy even with the layers. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some of the peacock feathers just to the flower. And then you can, I love peacock feathers. I think it's wonderful. And then you can add your circular piece to your stamp. Now you could take the stamp to the circle if you want. Some people find it easier that way, whichever works best for you. I'm just taking the circle to the stamp because it's nice and easy. But just look at that little spotlight. I just love the little details.
Yeah, we like that.
I can't hold things straight, but I like the details.
Yeah, no,
but it's that leaf text.
Yeah.
There's just something about those little details that make it for me. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Absy's stamp again. As you can tell, I'm getting in a mess now because I'm just chucking everything everywhere to try and fit.
You look like a crafter in their happy place. There's nothing wrong with that.
I just end up with stuff everywhere. So I'm now going to use Absy's stamp again.
Yep.
Because for me, the whole book was about creating a cohesive design. So as part of that design, I need the triangles to flow all the way through the book. Okay. Just so that it looks like I've sat there and thought about what I'm doing. I'm just getting rid of the edges from the stamp. And that's what I like about Abs, because Abs sort of excels, I shouldn't tell him this really, but Abs excels at stencils. I think that's his forte, but he also excels at bringing in a smaller stamp that coordinates with that beautifully. But don't tell him I mentioned that.
Well, just doing that little bit of detail
it's just, I love it. But when I'm at home, this is what I spend time doing. I don't rush the process. I take my time.
You enjoy it.
I do enjoy it. I do enjoy being creative. And we've had such a lovely time, even though lockdown's a difficult time, we've actually had a lovely time, our little community. We've had a brilliant time.
I think crafters, we've been exceptionally fortunate, and a lot of people have actually, and you might be one of those people who have refound your passion for crafting over lockdown. So welcome if you have recently found us and discovered us, wherever you're watching. And say we are busy across the world, so whether it's in the UK, Europe, or America. And do you know what's lovely, these hours? And I think this epitomises why Hochanda is such a special place, and we are the home of crafts, hobbies and arts. You can see Tracy's passion, not only for crafting, but for sharing that education with it. That's where Tracy, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, But for me, in watching you, you really get such a rush from sharing and communicating your techniques with everyone at home.
To be honest, I think I'd be a little bit lost if I couldn't share the techniques. It just gives me a purpose. Does that sound silly?
No, not at all.
It gives
Not
me a
at all.
purpose to share. And then when somebody else, I mean, honestly, the community over the last 14 weeks, if you could see some of the ladies and gentlemen, they posted their artwork at the beginning and they were nervous about posting it. And I'm not joking, they were nervous about posting their artwork. And they're posting artwork now, and I'm not just saying this, it's better than mine.
Wow.
And that's in 14 weeks.
Wow.
It's just fantastic.
Brilliant.
Absolutely fantastic. So what I'm going to do now is I'm using...
This is the other side from the set.
No, we're now going to the A5 stamp set. I'm trying to use as many stamps as possible, just so that you realise...
It's still a big stamp.
It's still a big stamp.
Yeah.
That's only half the A5. That's not the whole A5. That's,
okay.
So I've used the A4 stamp, I've used Abs's stamp, and now I've gone back to the A5 stamp. Just to show that you've got 3 stamps here that don't necessarily have to be used standalone. You can use them all together.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this leaf, which is a leaf print. I actually did the leaf print as a print, and I'm just stamping that. But what we want to do first, you can either do it like this and stamp. Am I okay for time, Yanis?
Yeah, you're fine.
You've
got about 10 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So you can either do it like this and just want to show you the difference, but also to show you the detail. Look at the detail in that leaf. I mean, that could be a notelet on its own, couldn't it?
That is lovely.
Just on its own, it could be a notelet.
That
doesn't have to be anything else. It's just
do
love it.
you know what I'm loving, and I shouldn't sound surprised here because every time you do this every time, but each one of the stamps has their own virtues, and you're going to fall in love. You're going to use one component of the stamp set from Tracy, and then you're going to discover another stamp in there, and now I like this, and now I like this. When you start putting them together, we're really, really, really busy. Nearly 60% of the stock has gone for the complete collection. Do have a look at those flexi payments because you can split the price 3 months, across 3 months, £22.18 if you're a Freedom member. Sorry, Tracy.
That's all right. Let's just make the leaf look a little bit different. So if you want to, you can add paints. So because we've got a little bit more time, because I've cut the leaf out, so I've tried to do a lot of prep just so that we can whiz through techniques and samples. So what I've got here is I've got my tangerine and my ruby paint. And what you can do is brayer that out and just add this to your card. This is just for stamping purposes. I love this colourway.
Do you know, just what you're doing there, if you want a quick sunset background and then silhouette, that's brilliant.
And it's so easy with the brayer. But what you need to remember is with the brayer, lift your brayer as you're doing it. Don't sort of go like that. Lift it up as you move. You'll get a better blend of colour. So just need to dry that. I'm surprised I've got more demo in than I thought I was going to get.
Good.
So just give that a dry. You have to dry this because when you're stamping onto it, it's just going to slip. It's a plastic layer, so it will just slip.
Okay. And it's so lovely to have you back in the studio, Tracy.
It feels a bit strange because I've spoke to everybody online through Facebook Lives. Being here, it feels odd. And I'm actually dressed. My followers have seen me in pyjamas for 14 weeks. I'm dressed. So look, I actually do get dressed now and then. So what I'm going to do now is take the same leaf stamp, show you how it looks when you have the background as a solid colour, and then stamp it in black. And what you do is you make sure you've got more room on your desk than I have. It often works a lot better. So I'm just inking. And what I want to show with the stamps as well is that, as you can see, I'm only using this bit of the stamp. I've not used the whole stamp. We will in other demos, but I'm only using part of it. And that's for me when it shows the versatility of a stamp set. When you can use little bits.
And it shows the thought that you've put into the designs as well, because that's effectively multiple stamps put into one collage, so then you're able to lift out those images and deconstruct it.
For me, Yanis, the thing, I've been stamping for 24 years, and I started off with stamps with just basic shapes, and that was it. But then I always wanted to add more little details, so I either used to doodle them in, but now that I can add them in stamps, it means that everybody can get that professional look, and that gives you a totally different look. If I just bring in both of them now, can you see that that's just stamping with the oxide, And this is brayering with colour and stamping with the colour underneath.
They're both beautiful. I love that stamp.
Yeah,
I love
and
that
that's
stamp.
only a little part of it. So
Tracy,
we've
you've
got
brought us
that
such
cut
beautiful
out.
things, yeah.
I get excited when I get to use them. When I actually get to use them, I just love it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add this spotlight. So add this spotlight. Oops. Okay. Nice sound effect there. We had to have at least something. Do you know, my followers are going to think, well, she's so well behaved. What's up with
You're
it?
on your best behaviour.
I know, they won't be
for
able to
TV.
believe it. They message me afterwards, you know, Yanis, and they lead me astray. They say, why were you so well behaved? Why'd you make out you're so sweet and innocent? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this leaf here.
That's nice.
It's thinking about your collage. And if you notice, I'm not covering every piece of white space. That white space is important to me. It makes everything pop.
That leaf is beautiful.
I just love it. And
The
that's
way you've
actually
done
a
it in that
leaf
colour.
print. So it's actually a genuine leaf print.
Do you know, where I think, and I love leaves, is the fact that you can go through all the seasons.
Absolutely.
So we can go, summer, obviously you can explore greens, but where leaves come into their own, autumn time, those beautiful reds and burnt oranges coming through yellows.
And it's funny because you could make leaves Christmas, you can make them spring, you can make them autumn, it doesn't matter. But what I like about the stamps is there's so many elements on there that if you didn't want to use the leaves and you wanted to use the Wellingtons, then it gives you a whole different look, a whole different concept.
The wellies are cool, and I'm just going to grab, let me show you here, different inspiration. Look, I love the fact that Tracy's given you so much diversity in the set. So we've got our wellies in there, you've got the carrots coming through, we've got the beautiful flower in there, you've got that wonderful hair. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. We are very, very, very busy, and I wish I could just express to you how, because I know it sometimes loses meaning, especially today when at Hochanda, just every show has been flying. We are now at 60% of the stock of the complete collection, but I want to put that into context. This is a birthday event. It's the launch of the fact that AALL Create, so we did that the weekend well, but we launched the fact that it's their 3rd birthday here at Hochanda. AALL Create, as a company, can come here with significant stock levels. So for me to be telling you that we're at 60% of the stock of the complete collection within the first hour of the show is phenomenal. Thank you so much to everyone who's purchased. Now, I've really got to point something out because this is getting serious. With regard to the free gift, that is now dwindling. Only we've over 3/4 of the stock has gone. Once that has gone, the bonus gift, the birthday gift, we cannot get hold of any more stock. It is a free gift while stocks last, 1 per customer. So if you do want to get hold of your free gift, whether you go for the one-day special, the complete collection, or anything else on the show, that's going to be put into your order automatically. Now, designed by Tracy. And it is designed by yourself, Tracy.
Yes,
I don't want to speak out of turn.
it is.
That to me is going to be, you can't buy this, that's going to be a little collector's piece. So if you want to get a little bit of Tracy Evans, look, if you were going to be getting this, this one-day special, the complete collection, don't miss out on the bonus gift, but you have to press checkout now because I think this gift's going to be going shortly, so you have been warned. All right, Tracy, sorry.
That's okay. Can I just say a big thank you to the design team as well, because AALL Create, we are a team, and actually without the design team, none of this is possible. So thank you very much to all the design team.
Nice. Tracy, you've got about 4 minutes.
4 minutes. Where does the time go?
Sorry, I know.
So what I'm doing is I'm building a collage now from a collage stamp, but I'm using the elements I want to use in my design. Now, I've even picked out the little leaf element here, and this is, for me, the best bit about stamps is the fact that you can cut them up, the fact that you can break them up, and the fact that when I've done one design, I'm eager to then do another one because it just inspires me to get going. I've added a little clip here just because that metal element adds something, and I'm going to add this here, and if you notice,
like
each page that I do is different from my original one.
That's nice.
Because that's where creativity takes you. You don't, no sample is exactly the same. So what I'm going to do...
You can add other elements from your stash, because you said this earlier on, but I think it's an important point to note that as a designer, you're always conscious of the fact that your designs, you want them to work across the range. So anything that anyone's bought from you in the past will work with this collection too.
To be honest, I wasn't set out to be a designer of stamps. I was a creative, and for me, when I purchased stamps, I design in the same way I want to purchase. I want to purchase stamps that are going to give me value for money.
Love that. Yeah.
So what I've got here is I've got a little tiny bit of the stamp from the Wellington, and it's just the M&O, and I'm just going to add this here because I like spending time just adding these little elements. So just add this here, and it's just, this is what I spend time playing with, and it looks different than the other page that I've done. And what I'd do then is I'd spend time just going round each of the layers. Obviously we won't do this, we're running out of time now, Yanis.
I'm afraid so.
Yes,
You've got about 2 minutes.
So if we add this to the black mat, like so, can you see it then sings? If I leave that down there to the camera, it then sings. But what I'd do is I'd go round with your pencil all these elements with black, just to make them pop.
Beautiful.
And that makes the card. So that's using every single stamp in the
Tracy,
one-day
I
special.
love that. I mean, that is something. It's beautiful, but it's so achievable. Could we put the hair next to the piece
Of
as well,
course
just
we
to
can.
see the one that we've done?
The one that we've done, and also I did a variation so you can see how Absy's stencil can also be a platform.
Oh, there you go. So just to show you, and this is what we've done this hour. If you're looking for any other reason to tune into Hochanda, it is all about the inspirations, and Tracy is such a great example of that. Tracy, you're an absolute star.
Oh, thank you.
You know how much I love working with you. I can tell you that with regard to the complete collection, we are approaching 2/3 of the stock for the complete collection. How are we getting on with the birthday gift? We still got stock? Okay, so there is a little bit of stock remaining with the birthday gift, but really you want to be checking out, if you're going for the one-day special or the complete collection, we don't think this birthday gift is going to last the night. So if you tune in tomorrow, we think that this is going to be gone. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to show some examples, so I haven't had a chance to really show you all the beautiful examples that we have here, and they are great. Going back to, I think this is just such a clever one from Janet, using the stencils designed by Abs, and they are absolutely stunning. I know that you saw them and fell in love with the stencils the minute you saw them, Tracy.
Oh, straight away. That's why I begged for them.
What is it about the stencils that really caught your imagination?
For me, it's the fact that it's that open design, and also because it's got that open design, it means that Olga's, Bipasha's, Abs stamps, you can stamp inside that.
Very clever.
So it gives you another way to use them.
So, or you can Zendoodle. The hair in here is such a... The hair has captured everyone's imagination at Hochanda, and there's a few inspirations with that hair. Look at that. Explore colour. Get creative. The flower as well. And this is what makes Tracy such a talented creative, because she brings you images that she enjoys working herself with herself. And once you get these home, you're going to fall in love with it too. Or how about this, taking on those larger elements into the mix. We've got a great one using the stencil. Now that's cool. Oh, I'm just going to rifle through and just show you a few more of the examples here. Oh, time's beating me. I think that's the last one I can show. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's using the happy hour. So element from the happy hour. The happy hour is at the bottom of your screen. Happy hour has been busy. The one-day special's been busy. The complete collection's been busy. The theme, if I had to sum up this hour with one word, busy. Tracy, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
What are you going to be doing later on at 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, we're going to be doing some more pages, mixing the stamps up a little bit,
Great.
But again, just doing different backgrounds.
You're an absolute star.
Oh,
thank you so much.
Thanks,
I see
everyone.
Abs is in the studio and he looks very proud of you as well. Thank you so much for tuning in and keeping us company this hour. Tracy will be returning at 8 o'clock. Do make sure to check out your purchase. You will absolutely love it. Thank you so much. Oh, we got a really fun hour coming up next. We are Crafting Yourself Silly, where it's a happy hour, so loads of great prices. After that, Tracy will return with our AALL Create anniversary one-day special. And then we've got Welcome to the Weekend with Alex.
Did you know you can continue watching Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for free using your smart TV? It's just like watching us on your computer or tablet, only now we'll be on your large screen smart TV. Follow these easy steps to get your smart TV set up. Firstly, make sure your smart TV is connected to the internet, either through a wireless connection, if your TV supports it, or via the Ethernet port on the back of your TV. If you're not already connected, use your remote control and select Network Settings through your TV's menu and follow the instructions to set this up. Remember to have your router's password to hand, whether you're using a wired or wireless connection. This should be on the side or bottom of your router. You can always refer to your TV's help menu or instruction booklet for more information. Once you are set up, press the Smart Hub dedicated button on your remote. This will vary between brands, but it's usually located at the centre of the remote. This is where you'll find your Internet Web Browser app. Select this to open and then type hochanda.com into the search bar, and this will take you to our website homepage, which includes our live broadcast and access to previous shows. So now you can watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV, whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Ali from Ali Stitch Your Fingers. I've been sewing most of my life. I absolutely love sewing. I've been with the Hochanda now from the very beginning, really. That's when I started to go there. The Hochanda family are lovely people to work with, and I'm really enjoying my time with them. Designing is a big part of the journey for me as well. I love going out and finding the fabrics to use in the projects and bringing them to you. I love the designing process from start to finish, and then the finished project is just the icing on the cake. So make sure you don't miss out. Come and sew with me on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Paul Church from Clarity Stamp. I've been fortunate enough to turn my hobby into a career and joined Clarity Stamp in January 2016. My background has always been in crafting, and I enjoy making things and sharing things. That's what crafting's all about for me, making things and sharing with others, and also learning all the time. At Clarity Stamp we bring you a wide range of products, from stamps, stencils, groovy and percamano. And the great thing about that is that it covers crafters from all different aspects. So whether you're into stamping, stenciling, parchment craft, we've got it covered at Clarity Stamp. So I hope you can tune in and join the Clarity team on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Katrina from Rowing. We're a small family business that design embroidery kits. Embroidery has always been my passion, and I'd love to show you how to do some of the stitches and some of the kits. We're based in Derbyshire, and I'm really inspired by the landscape and flora of Derbyshire, and I think other people will be too. Our kits are really easy, and I hope they inspire you to have a go at stitching. Since we've been on Hochanda, we've had a great time. Everybody's been really friendly and really good. We've met loads of people all around the country who watch Hochanda and find it really inspiring. Don't forget to join me on my Rowing shows on Hochanda.
Hello, good evening. We've got the lovely Hayley here. Hello, Hayley. Hello, hello, lovely. So we've got a sort of a mixture of all sorts today.
We've got a bit of a mixed bag today. Yep. So it's a lot of the things that we do a lot of, but it's things where we've been had to tidy out and we found more of them.
So we can bring them to you.
What we've done. Yes, exactly.
Indeed. So we're going to start off with some very nice yarn. It's got a different sort of texture.
Yes, it's got a really nice texture to this, and this is a variegated yarn, so it kind of changes as you work along it, and you've got 5 100-gram balls here.
Yep. And yeah, I'm trying to work out the texture though. It's almost like it's been twisted.
Yes,
it's really interesting.
It's really, really nice. And this is one that we've done a weaving show quite recently.
Yeah.
And we pulled these out because they were kind of so nice.
Very, and also these are really good neutral colours.
Yes, yeah.
No.
So they'll, you know, perfect for weaving. But if you are going to knit or crochet or anything like that with them, brilliant for that as well.
Excellent. So they're really, really nice neutral colours. I always like reading the, what's the name on there? Or what's that? Don't tumble dry, I think, possibly. But you can wash whatever you make at 30 degrees.
You can absolutely wash them. They're acrylics, so you can wash everything.
And you can iron it too.
Excellent.
And it's nice and soft, you know, it's not going to be itchy.
No, it's got a lovely texture to it, but it isn't scratchy texture.
Yes.
It's very, very interesting.
Lovely.
Interesting.
£9.99. Oh, there's a £7.50 saving, which is rather nice.
We try.
Right, so everything is on a happy hour. You've only got this hour to get it at this price. Usual price, which it will be at the end of the show, will be £17.49. We do not want you to pay that. No, no. 515604 is your item number. And then, now, we've got a nice assortment of felt.
We have. So, again, having a big tidy up.
Yeah.
So the bundle of felt that you've got will be 24 sheets in total of A4 size felt. It may not be the exact colours that are here, but it will be 24 sheets and they will be A4 size. So it will vary a little bit, but that's pretty representative of the bundles that have been put together.
Do you know, this is a nice bundle. Considering you've got 24 pieces, that's £9.99. You could get the kids playing with this and cut shapes out, make scenes.
Absolutely. And felt's brilliant for your mixed media as well. It's great for backing little projects and maybe doing little Christmas decorations and things like that. Felt's got a huge amount of uses as well.
Yeah, little 3D projects.
Yes, absolutely. It's dead easy to sew with as well because it doesn't fray.
Yeah.
So it's literally just kind of cut and go.
And of course, if at home, which a lot of you have, those steel rule dies. I know a lot of people like to cut those shapes out and applique with them.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that as well. This will cut really, really nicely with the big steel rule dies.
Excellent. Well, this has a £9.99. Well, no, sorry, it is £9.99. It's got a £5 saving. Item number is 261969. So you will get that assortment of different colours. Oh, I like that one. Sorry, I just spotted that. That's a nice colour.
matches the wall.
Yeah, I like that. So I just went, oh, it just looks very posh. Now, we're talking feet here, but not the smelly ones.
No, not the smelly ones, the machine ones. Now, I've got the samples for these over here. And these we had on a show about 2 weeks ago, and we thought that was all we had.
Yeah.
But I found some more.
Excellent. You have
so
been
there are
having a clear out.
not too many, but they are definitely there. And these are your rolled hem feet. So you're getting a 1/4 inch one,
Yeah.
a 1/2 inch one, a 3/4 inch one, and then 1 to 2 inch seams. And I'll show you how these work in a second, but they will kind of do most of the work for you.
Yeah.
And keep your seams lovely and straight.
Well, I know you said you're going to do a demo of this, but we've got to make sure that they last because we're 10% of the stock done, gone already.
Oh, I've lost 25% of my samples because one's just flown off over there.
Bless you. Now, a massive £24.97 saving only up until the end of the hour. It's just £14.99. You are getting all 4 of the feet. As Hayley said, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch and an inch. Oh, wow. So, Hayley, Ross has just done the maths, and this works out at £3.75 per foot.
I know.
Oh, well, you're doing it's a really nice deal.
Well, we thought we would, you know. Just very nice.
Just why not?
Just
but
to be
remember,
nice.
only until the end of the hour, £14.99, 708393. Right.
Okay.
What do we have here?
This is our circular sewing tool.
Okay.
So this allows you to sew perfect circles every time on your machine. And now I know you've got a stack of samples behind there, and this is what I'm going to demonstrate in a second as well once we've got to the end of the counter. So you can applique with it, you can do your satin stitches with it, you can do your decorative stitches with it. There are so many different ways that you can use this. So that's just some random circles.
Yeah, I
and
like
then
this
you've
one.
got your decorative stitches. You can make loads of flower shapes and star shapes with it. Yeah, you've got tons there.
Yeah, let's just have a little flick
and
through.
you can work concentrically, so you can work circles within circles within circles. there's just so many options to how you can use this, both with your decorative stitches or with just your normal straight stitches as well.
Oh, because I don't think I have seen this in action, so I'll be looking forward to seeing.
So that
what
one
you
that
can do.
you've got there, that's
red-
if maybe
this one.
you just wanted to do quilting
Yeah.
on a piece and put circles on it. You absolutely can, and they are always perfect circles.
Excellent. That's what we like. I can't draw a circle to save my life. I couldn't be able to do it on a sewing machine. Look at this one. I really like this pattern on a
So
nice
that's
piece
on
of
just
denim.
on a denim, and that's you can see the kind of starter circle that I've started with in the middle, and I've used that as a guide.
Yeah.
And then from that starter circle, there are a load of templates that come with this, and it shows you exactly where to start, where to stop.
Yeah.
To create all sorts of different patterns. And if you want to, this is a kind of cathedral window style pattern, but done using complete circles and then sewing those circles together in straight lines.
Right.
Because if you turn it to the back, you'll see
To
it's
the
just
back?
squares.
Huh.
So
Right.
those circles have just had the corners folded over and sewn together, and then gone back and top stitched them back into place.
That's really cool. I
Really,
like
really
that.
effective,
Yeah.
and a really simple, really simple thing you can do if you have the tool to make it simple.
Excellent. So there you go. What other things are we getting? What are these adhesive
Okay, so
thingies?
you'll see how they work in the second
Oh,
when we
okay.
come to demonstrate it, but you
Yeah.
need all of those bits to do the thing.
To do the thing.
To do the thing, yeah.
Fair enough. So if you already know what you're going to do with the thing.
Shall I do it now, or do you want to do the whole counter?
Well, half the stock's gone, so yes.
So I'd better
Ross
do
has
it
said-
now.
yes.
Right,
Thank
okay.
you.
So the sticky things go on the back, and they're to attach to your machine. And these are those nice kind of removable ones.
Yeah.
And you can see there's a little kind of window here to put on your machine. If you don't want to use the sticky pads, then there's slots there and there. There's two there and there's two there. That means you can actually strap it around your machine
Right.
if you want to. So you're just going to lift that foot up, slide it under, and make sure you position this so that your foot is right at the back, and you kind of clear as much of your if you've got a top loading hatch for your bobbin thread, just clear as much of that as you can. And once they're on, that's completely solid.
Cool.
So you can move the whole machine with it. That's absolutely fine. And then this piece here will slide up and down, so you can make larger and smaller circles with it. So let's put it at a kind of a medium size there. And then we're going to take that off. Slide our fabric. I've got a bit of batting on this one as well, just to show you can go through thicker things. And by popping that through the fabric, because there's a pin within it, and then popping that in, there's a little kind of black grommet thing, can you see there?
Yeah.
And then by popping those in together, I'll just flatten that back out, put the foot down, and let's just have a normal circle first to start off with. You're just going to keep your finger on there to allow it to, maybe I should have put a longer stitch length on this, because this is going to take some time, because it is a big circle.
We got time.
Okay, well you can do the rest of the counter, and then I'll be done.
So what are you just doing circles? Are you doing fancy patterns?
I'm
or?
doing just a circle to start off with.
Okay.
And all I need to do is let the machine do its thing, because you can see it's slowly moving through there. It's because I've put it on a really small stitch length. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will, just put it on a slightly wide. There you go. You can see it's going through a bit faster now. And then just let it do its thing. And this will take me a little while to get round. But once it comes back round, you'll see it'll match up exactly with where I've started. And all I need to do is keep my finger on there just to help guide it. And if you've got larger pieces, just keep turning them in. Make sure that you don't get it stuck in the edge of the machine.
Very useful. We are 60% of the stock gone for your bundle. Does it come with full instructions as well?
It does come with full instructions. If you have a little pick and flick through your book that
Shall
you've
I do
got
that?
there,
Yeah.
there are templates that come with it.
Oh, great.
That help
Hang
you with all of those kind of special fancy pants flowers and things.
Oh, cool.
And it takes you through step by step how to get it on your machine, and then how to get going, how to applique with it, how to do kind of concentric things with it, how to use the templates that come with it to do all those fancy pants circles at the back.
Yeah, I like those. It just reminds me of, remember a spirograph used to be able to create
Yes.
shapes
I
like
love
that.
spirograph.
Me too. I bet you they're, well, I won't say that because I'll probably get done by ASA. But anyway, I bet there is treasure. I think I can say that, a treasure.
Okay.
And then let us have a little look at these. Right, so we've got the templates.
Yes, so the templates, in the book you've got things for a kind of base 4, a base 5 and a base 6 circle. So what you can do is use those templates as your starting point, so it'll give you the point in the centre, and you just use a heat erasable markers, put those lines in, and that helps give you your start and stop points when you're creating the more involved patterns.
Very, very handy tool. £15 saving then, £29.98 is the price only up until the end of the hour, but it is flying out the door. Now 70% of the stock gone. It's going to be one of those fastest fingers first if you want it. 109539. How are you doing, Hayley?
Quicker to get the demo finished before it goes.
Oh, bless you.
Because I am just doing the most basic circle, just because when you do things like your satin stitch, it obviously takes longer because you're using up more thread.
We have now technically sold out. That absolutely flew.
Okay.
Look at that.
But can you see? Can you see how it's joined right up there?
Perfect.
And you're getting those perfect circles every time. But we can't do that anymore, so
I hope we're going to have enough demos to last the hour.
Prepare the demo that was before that one then.
And then I will do the rest of the counter then. You can
I'll
chat
swap
to me
some
too.
stuff over and you can do that.
But by the way, I should just say, if any do bounce back, because the technical sellout means that all the stock is in baskets, you just need to check out, make sure it is secured for you. Next then, okay, so we've got 96 pieces of your safety eyes.
It sounds like a weird number, but we usually do them in 48.
Right.
So it's 2 lots of 48.
Okay. Is it 96 actual eyes you create, or it's 40?
96 eyes, 48 pairs.
Got you. Thank you.
No problem. Anytime.
But they're the nice safety ones, so once they slot into place, that's good. Because sometimes I know people are a little bit worried about, you know, making teddies for kids and then...
Yes, just for anybody who has got the, managed to get the circle sewing tool, I just want to show you that those tabs that we've put on there absolutely come off your machine. It is not a problem. You just pull them, stretch them out.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll pop off. You can see it's already starting to come off there.
Oh, okay. She says it looks like chewing gum.
You just need to stretch them out and then they'll pop off.
And they're reusable?
Yes, yeah, they're reusable. So once you've got them off, you can just straighten them out.
Yep.
Pop the tabs back on them. So don't chuck away one set of your tabs, and then you'll be able to put those back on and remount it. But there's loads of the little tabs in there, so you'll be able to do it 3 or 4 times.
Oh, that's good. Thank you. Nice bit of advice. Good.
No problem.
Coming back to our lovely safety eyes, they're £9.98, so pretty much half price for the hour. And your item number is 923953. And then we come along to, so you might want eyes and noses. I love these little noses.
Do you want to do the thing?
What thing?
Oh, I've got some here.
Oh, you do it?
I can do the thing.
Yeah, I like this, because I'm a big kid.
Oh, I've got to do it with the other hand, haven't I? Okay, I'll try doing it this way.
The suspense.
Okay,
Here we go.
I'm there. I'm ready.
Hi.
Never get old.
Simple pleasures, that makes me really smile. The nose, though, when you look at it on its own, it does look a bit of a funny shape, but once you pop it onto your actual, you know, you can see the face.
You can see the face in there, and you've got the kind of nostrils moulded in, and it's almost got that kind of wet look to it, hasn't it? Like a little dog or a bear. It's absolutely kind of perfect for all of your soft toy making.
Or if you were just to have this on its own, you know I'm going to come up with something wacky.
Go on then.
I think this looks like a skeleton head.
Oh, I see where you're going.
Yeah.
I can see. Just stitch some crossbones underneath it.
Indeed, for all your mixed media needs. So if you're not going to make, how many pieces I've forgotten to be getting this lot?
60 eyes and 30 noses.
Yeah, there you go. So if you're not going to make, like, you know, 30 bears or whatever, just use this as a little skull and crossbone. Hello. Okay, £9.98. You've got a £10 saving. 300242. Right, next then we've got a pick and mix. Now, are they all different types of needles?
Yes, they are all different types of needles. So you've got different things for different jobs.
Okay.
And you can pick and mix any 4 of these together. So on the top row,
yeah,
you've got your cross-stitch needles. These are all the same length.
Yeah.
And these have a kind of nice long eye.
Yes.
So that's good for you for your cross stitch.
Indeed, I've just been doing some today.
Have you?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And then you've got 2 different sets of embroidery needles. You've got your 3/9s, and your 3/9s generally have longer, wider eyes.
Okay.
And then if you're working in kind of more or smaller stranded cottons and things, then you've got your 5/10s, which are the next one along there.
This one here.
Very, very similar, but I would say the 3/9s are a little bit wider of an eye. So the next row down, I think we've got the sewing machine needles.
Yeah.
So you've got packs of 5 80s. So your 80 is what you'll use for most of your projects.
Yeah.
80s, you're kind of general for, quilting cottons, craft cottons, poly cottons, all that kind of way. Your 90s, that's your canvases and your denims.
Okay.
Or you've got that mixed pack with 2 80s, 170, 190 and 100 for your super chunky stuff.
Got you. Okay, super chunky. And
Super
then
chunky.
we've got a bigger kit here, this looks like to me.
Yes, you have. So you also have your repair needles.
Ah.
So if you have a look on the back, it will tell you what all those needles are for.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, there's a little list, you see.
Oh, hang on.
So you've got things that are for the curved ones, which are for kind of upholstery.
Yeah.
Because if something is already fixed, the fabric is fixed and you can't move it to get behind it,
yeah,
then that's why you have those curved needles for upholstery. You've got ones for leather, you've got ones for all kinds of jobs. Can you flip them round again, please?
Flip them round again, yes.
Thanks. There. So the curved ones there, they're for your upholstery.
Yeah.
Your number 4, they're for your leather work.
Okay.
So they've actually got either triangular or flat tips to better pierce the leather. So you see there's lots of different applications for all these, and these are your bigger, chunkier repair needles.
Indeed, and these are on a pick and mix, and you're choosing any 4 sets. You can do what you like. You could get one of the repairs, one of the embroidery.
You could get 4 lots of machine needles
yeah,
if you wanted to.
absolutely. And that has a £6 saving up until 8 o'clock this evening. £9.96 is the price. 762630. Then, what do we have here, Hayley? A big piece, that's what
you have 5 metres of white quilting cotton.
Cool. I'm not going to be able to obviously open this whole lot out,
well,
am I?
that piece might only be 3 metres because
have you been hacking it?
It was too big, yeah.
Okay. I
needed some for something else.
Yeah.
But you'll get 5. Well, sometimes you're like, oh, I could just do with a bit, and I just chopped off the bottom.
So is this for your back of your quilts?
So yes, this is for either the back of your quilts. You can even use it in your quilts. Maybe you need a little bit of white for sashing, binding, edging. It's just, maybe you're thinking about mixed media.
Yeah.
And you're going to use your stamps and stencils onto it. And it's even, I would say, heavy enough to do embroidery on.
Really,
as well,
that's
if you
good.
wanted to, because it's a really, really nice weight, that one.
Nice lining for a bag?
Absolutely.
Maybe?
Absolutely.
So 5 metres. Have you seen this discount? £37 off. That is amazing. It's £27.95 this hour. Very good. 438256.
Thank you for the seal of approval.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Right. And
you're going on the folding course as well, though.
No,
I'm now creating a folding course for all of you.
Yeah, I know. I hold my hands
presenter.
up. I hold my hands up. I'm terrible.
Okay.
I could never do the floors job. I couldn't. Jack just went.
I think we should. Do you not reckon, Jack? We should make a folding course and send them all on it.
Please, he said. Sorry. It's when we have full fabric shows as well.
Oh,
and
it just gets kind of gradually trashed.
Yeah,
doesn't
it does. Oh dear. What have we got here?
So you've got a bag of inspiration. The bag of inspiration is at minimum. Oh, why is it dispatched from me? That's because the last time we had it on, it sold out. So, Ross, please really fix that because I have no talkpack today. But yeah, you're getting a minimum of 7 projects in there. So you'll be getting some printed panels, and some paper patterns. You'll get a mixture of all of them. So some are embroidery pieces.
Yeah.
Some are can be quilting pieces. You get a mixture of everything.
Oh, look, it's a nice little project here.
Exactly.
Oh.
So it's a little bit of a mixture.
Is it Sid, not Sid? Vince?
Well, it is a fox. I have not named that one, so if you want to name him Vince, that's fine.
I thought
Vince is the proggy one.
That's why I'm getting confused.
But yeah, let's call him Vince. Why not? It's Vince's brother.
Vince's brother.
Yeah.
But not in proggy form.
No.
No.
And then you're getting some that are just kind of nice backings that you can applique. Yes, half brothers. That you can kind of applique on the top of. So you're getting all sorts of bits and pieces within there.
Nice. So, but it'll be like a mixed
Yeah,
bag.
minimum 7 projects, and it will be a bit of a mixture.
Cool. I mean, look here. We've got. You might get the seal.
I mean,
to
the
make
patterns.
seal.
Those patterns usually on their own are a tenner.
Yeah.
So
Bag. Might get
you know.
that. Might get.
You're doing quite well.
There you go. Yeah, this is great. For just shy of £15. So that's lovely to keep yourself occupied. It's $14.99, £25 off, 538213. Oh, okay. There's one more happy hour to show you on the website. Oh, our lovely Tessa Patch pieces.
Yes, there are bits all kind of dotted, strewn around the studio for this. And what you'll be getting is 4 of the large Tessa Patch pre-cuts, and you'll be getting 1 of the small ones. Now the shapes may vary. That's pretty representative of what you'll get, but the shapes may vary a little bit, and you can see some of the shapes put together there. So you've got lizards. You could easily make those into tortoises by adding shells to them.
Cute.
That one is actually tractors.
Yep.
But it can just be that nice kind of geometric, funky shape.
Yeah.
Over my side, I've got some foxes, and I've got some cats, and then I've got another couple over here, which I've covered in.
Oh, we've got the fox. Here we are.
There you go. And then one of the shapes that is quite likely to pop up in your sets is this one here, which is the large flower shape. Now the large flower shape we've actually made into little bears.
Cute.
By rather than putting them together, let me get the other sample of it, which is down here. There you go. Right, that one, we've put the flower shapes and we've interlocked them together. This same flower shape, if you take a 1.5-inch hexagon, you can do them kind of blocked in with the 1.5-inch hexagons as well. But this one, instead of sewing them together so they kind of lock in exactly, we've sewn them together to create these little hands on the bears.
That's so cute.
And you can turn those into loads and loads of different animals, because I've got a little one that we've done here.
Oh, the monster's my favourite.
I know. I know. The monster's my favourite. But he's got a little elephant, little monster, little fox, and they're all holding hands. They're all friends. Nobody, well, I'm a bit sus about him though, because he looks like he's going to eat the bear. But
well, yeah, I was just thinking that he looks like he's like gate crash, and
or maybe he's got bow envy.
Oh, right.
Oh, that bow's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Or maybe he said he's come as in fancy dress as a monster, but really he's a monster, and they've believed that he's in fancy dress. He might be a sheep underneath.
Right, I do have some sheep. You're, all right.
Sorry, I've got 3 hours in a row, so I'm already gone mad.
Who's after me?
We'll be fine, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. What do you want to do for us, Hayley? Do we still have feet
I don't know.
left?
What have we got? What
we
have
do
got?
still have the feet.
Okay, let's do that then.
Indeed.
Let's do some of that. So, there are 4 feet in the set. Let me grab those little samples again. Grab all of these guys. So, you have a 1/4 inch. So that one will say 2/8 on it. You have a 1/2 inch, which will say 4/8. These, I didn't tighten these ones up. There you go. You will have one that says 6/8, and that will be your 3/4. Just tightening these up as I go, because they actually have a little kind of slider on there, so you can move that in and out just to adjust where your needle position is. And then the last one you've got there is 8/8, which is obviously a full inch, and that's the one that I've got kind of set up ready to go at the minute. So what I did initially was, just to help it start off, I've pressed that seam just at the top end there. You can see it's all still kind of open at the bottom, and that's just to get me started off. It's a lot easier to, for this size, add your fabric first and then take it to the machine. So I've done that. We will clip that into place. Right, so that's that onto there. Oh, I've got all sorts of batting under here. And just move my thread out of the way. Pop that down. Now, where it is at the minute, with my needle central, it's going to stitch kind of a bit too far. It'll hold the seam. So actually, I'll sew a bit and I'll change it halfway through. And what the foot's doing is this curl here is actually guiding your fabric for you, so you don't need to worry about it so much. But you can see at the back there, that's probably not as far over as I would like it. So if you can move the needle on your machine, brilliant. But if you can't, there's a little screw on the edge here, and you should. I haven't unscrewed it enough. There you go.
Oh, Hayley, I've got an update. Sorry, lovely.
I've got no more demos.
It's all right. We're all right for the feet at the moment, but
okay.
Over half the stock of the feet have gone though. The felt bundle has sold out. Whoa! So thank you very much. Can you knit, Hayley?
I can. I have not done it for a while, but I can knit.
Might need to do that later. Oh, wait,
right.
This is looking very sparse.
So, well, what I have done is I've unscrewed the little screw on there, shuffled it across a little bit, so I haven't moved my needle at all. And then I'll just sew a little bit more so it comes out the back and you can see. All you're having to do with this is just, once you've started off, just simply guide it. And can you see just there where I've moved that needle? I'll come off the end. Why not? We'll do the rest of this one. And there we go.
It's very handy.
They are really handy, especially if you've got lots to do. They can be an absolute lifesaver, these. There we go. So you see, that's where we started off, and it was a little bit kind of too far towards the middle. Then we used that little adjuster just to correct that, and then you've got a really, really kind of accurate seam. Now, what I will do is I'll show you the 1/4 inch one, because most of them you can do that way by just ironing a small piece to start it off, but the 1/4 inch one starts off slightly differently. So I'll take that one off, and I will put my 1/4 inch on. And I'll just grab another piece of fabric. Actually, I might be able to use the other side of this one. There we go. So to start the 1/4 inch one off, what you're actually going to need to do is pop that down. I'm just going to adjust this because it's going to be a little bit far over. There we go. There. So we'll pop that in, and I'm coming in about a 1/4 inch from the edge of the fabric.
Right.
I'm going to do 3 or 4 stitches. Oh, I should have left myself some bigger tails, because that's one of the things you need to do for this, is leave fairly long tails on the end, because you're going to use those tails to actually guide the fabric. Oh, I definitely need longer tails, so I'm going to cut that off and just do it with longer tails, because it's going to help me. So let's pop that in. There we go, nice long tails. I'll just quickly pull that out. Pop the stitch back, length back down, because we had it set for the other one. Right, so start again. 1/4 inch in.
Yeah.
I want about 2 or 3 stitches, and that 2 or 3 stitches is just to really give you something to hang on to. Now I'm going to try my best to do this so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm bringing it back.
Right.
I'm curling it up and around, and then you'll need to just pull it back and forth a little bit.
Oh, look at that.
Until it gets that full, you see it going through there now, where it's got that full curve on. So hang on, I need to just gone a little bit too far, so I just need to bring it back. That's it, perfect. So then I'm going to get it under the thing, and then as long as I kind of keep it folded over here by about 1/2 inch, because I want it enough that it will curl under, but not so much that it kind of comes back on itself.
Right.
And then, oh, it's just untucked. There we go. Let's try that. Now you see how it's untucked as it's come through here?
Right.
That's the same reason as before, you know, when I moved the needle across. So that's all we need to do again, is just shuffle that across. And sometimes it does take a little bit of setup to get it right.
Or maybe just practice a little bit.
And a little bit of practice, but I would rather show you how to do that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to move. There we go. And then just holding that in position and letting the foot do its thing.
It's like watching a sausage.
But can you see how now, with that tiny adjustment, that's coming out absolutely spot on.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
So the details are on screen for you. These have been very popular. This could be the next one to sell out. You're getting all 4 feet, quarter, half,
well, I'll go and
3/4
plan
and an
another
inch.
imaginary demo that I don't have.
We could do Tessa Patch if you like.
Okay, I'll do some of that. I'll take this off.
Yeah.
We'll do some of that. That's fine.
Cool. It's because everything's selling out. There you go.
Okay.
Yes, so all 4 of them, 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 3/4 inch, and a 1 inch for £9.99. There you go. Sorry, what did I say? Sorry, apologies, £14.99. But you've got a £24.97 saving, and it has gone limited. So good job. We're moving on to another demo. Bless you. It's a good job you bring extras.
Isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Right, 708393 is your item number. Then we do have some yarn, and this is variegated, and it does have a fabulous texture.
What shape do you fancy?
Have you got a favourite?
I don't know. Have a little look.
Look at that.
I'll tell you what.
Filofax, yeah.
We'll do the lizards, because the lizards can be snowflakes.
Okay.
As well. Let's do that.
See, there you go. Yes, you are getting 5 of your yarns. They're 100-gram balls, 100% acrylic. They do have a nice texture to them, variegated, lovely neutrals. Maybe you want to knit something, crochet something. We have the lovely Barbara who does Joseph Bears that comes in, and she has all these brilliant patterns for like dog handbags and things. They're cool, and so these are nice neutral colours that you could use for that. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but also again like really good for cardigans, I would think, you know, again a neutral set of colours.
There's 500 grams.
Yeah.
So there's enough to do quite a large project. Obviously,
That's cool.
We had been using it for weaving and things, but because we had so many that came with the same colour, which is usually not how we buy the yarn, we tend to try and buy it in as many different colours and forms as we can, because that's what we want for weaving. We want the variety. But seeing as there was so many of these that were the same, and they were really nice, we thought we would bring them to you as a little set.
Excellent. And you've got a £7.50 saving only up until the end of the hour. 1/3 of the stock's gone. We've got a really busy show, lots of sellouts. 515604. Okay, the feet have now gone. Oh, this is getting a very sparse counter. There you are. They have now sold out. Thank you if you purchased. Oh, if any do bounce back, it's a technical sellout. Ross is telling me. And then we've got lots of safety eyes. So you'll be able to make 48 pairs. You get 96 pieces. And they'll just, you know, make your teddies nice and safe. They just snap in nice and easily with the backs. And you've got a... Yeah.
Studs, use them for the centres of things. So
Oh, that'd
maybe
be
if you
good.
want to make flowers and things. I mean, yes, you can paint them with any kind of acrylic paint. They'll be absolutely fine to do that. But you can use them to make the centres of flowers, or maybe
That's nice.
poppies. They've been made nice centres for poppies.
Yes, they would. Oh, that's lovely.
I'm just getting some creases out.
Okay, no worries.
Bear with.
Ross says it works out at about 2p per pair. I mean, where are you going to get that? That's amazing.
If you kind of price them up normally, when you have to buy them in sets of, well, sometimes it's sets of 5, which I think is a really silly number.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with one eye? Unless you're making monsters.
Yes, I like that idea. I was going to say that.
5 monsters. No, but we think about it, and when we put them together, we put them together in sizes that are kind of sufficient that you can do lots of projects, and especially if you're on that kind of ramp up to Christmas, which I think a lot of soft crafters are, because it takes a little bit more time sometimes in the papercraft things, and you've got to start a little bit earlier.
I agree.
Then this is a great one if you're making to sell.
Good stuff. And then also, if you want noses as well as eyes, we have them for you. This is what the little nose looks like. What's
That
this?
iron was really steamy. I've got a
was
wet
it?
patch.
What now? I think that you said you get 30 noses.
That's correct. And 60 eyes. So there's enough to make kind of 30 complete animals.
Yes, that's cool. £10 saving, £9.98. 300242 is the
I've
item
got a wet
number.
patch because the iron was really steamy.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, carry on.
Okay, it's good to know.
Thanks. I thought he was going to look at the wet patch there.
Next then we've got a pick and mix. You're choosing any 4. And so we've got different types of needles. You could choose, if you wanted, you could choose your cross stitch needles, which I've been doing some today. You've got your embroidery needles. So this is your 3/9, and then this one is your 5/9, I believe. 5/10. What did I say? 9? I don't know. And then down here, if you want some needles for your machines, this is the 80 you could choose. You could choose the 90, or you could choose the assorted. And then over here, this one is your repairs kit. These ones have been the most popular because, of course, it's a pick and mix, and if you decided to choose all 4 the same, that's not a problem. £9.96 for 4 packs, and it's got a £6 saving. Item number is 762630. And next then we've got 5 metres here. We are 70% gone of this. Gosh, hopefully we're going to have stuff to last the hour. 5 metres of your white quilting cotton, and it's 150 centimetres wide, just so you know. But there's a massive £37 off. It's £27.95 for the next 25 or so minutes. 438256. Then you've got your lovely inspiration pack, so you'll get an assortment of fun things. So you might get something like this. You're going to get a minimum of £40 value here. You might get something like this that you could do a little bit of embroidery onto. You might get a nice printed panel. That's nice, I really like the pattern on there. You might get a nice project, like I've decided to call him Vince the Fox. You might get him. I like that, and instructions are on the side of that panel, which is good. You might get something like, you know, just some printed fabric for you to use, top up your crafty stash. This one is a really nice scene. I like this. That's really pretty. I like that. You could use this in your mixed media projects, couldn't you? And you might get something like this, which is our seal, where you've got all the templates to make the actual teddy. Or you might get a nice bag pattern. Or you might get something like a proggy owl. So the whole set, you'll get a minimum worth of £40, but you're only paying £14.99. 538213 is the item number. And then we've got the Tessa patch. So you might get some Scotties. You might get some of those pieces. Do we get the instructions with it as well? Yeah. Oh, that's good.
So it's all based on English paper piecing,
yeah.
And all of the Tessa patch designs are designed to interlock together, tessellate together with absolutely no gaps. So you can make a continuous piece of fabric which has exactly.
Oh, let's look at yours. I love that one. I love the colours.
So this is the Scotty dog one that you've got in your hand there.
Yeah. He's cool. I like all those.
So a lot of the shapes that you're getting are these larger shapes which build much more quickly. So especially if you're thinking of a larger project, maybe like a table runner or a bed runner or a throw or something like that, these are going to build up far more quickly than the smaller ones. I've also got the lizard one. I've got the smaller version here, but I've got the lizard one as well, which is the one that I was going to show you, because this one, for something like a table centre or a tree skirt, is absolutely perfect.
Cool. £24.95. So you're going to get the 4 big and 1 small pre-cut template.
The little sample that I've got here, that's actually using the white with the grey around the edge to create snowflakes.
Looks good.
Well. So maybe if you were going to do one, you know, either for a big tablecloth or something like that, you can make the snowflakes easily by using the lizard one.
Cool.
And that's the one I'm going to show you how to put together. If I can find the needle that I've just threaded.
Don't worry, because we're going to have a little look at what freedom's all about for a second. But look at that saving, £45 saving, but you've got 20 minutes to get it at £24.95. 243420. Right then, just while I shimmy back down the counter, but of course a safe distance, here is Janice to tell you all about freedom.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there. I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have.
Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website, quoting the item number 888 888. So, don't forget you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Right, we've had a question from Kaz. Hello, good evening, Kaz. You were asking about the yarn and the ply, and you reckon it's 4?
Yes, it's 4. I've kind of asked Alex to kind of untwirl a bit, so that you can see there. And it's actually 4 strands, so therefore 4 ply yarn.
Cool, thank you for the question.
No problem.
Was there anything else? I forget. No, that was it. Okay.
That was the only question? Excellent. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to start adding another piece to the, what am I doing? Test patch. Yes, well, this wasn't a planned one, was it? But we've run out of everything else, so this is what we'll do. So what you can do with these ones is the lizard that I've got, this is the smaller version. You'll actually get the bigger version than this, which is far easier to put together. But you can see they will only fit in one way because they are kind of designed. Now this is when I said, oh no, we don't need an overhead camera because I'm not going to do anything that needs that.
You should never preempt, Hayley.
Yeah, I know. So you can see that they kind of lock in there without any gaps, and these you can either stitch them together by hand, or if you don't want to do that, if you cut the shapes out and with some fusible webbing on the back, you can put them all down and then do a satin stitch in between them to get exactly the same effect. So we're going to start by putting these two together. So we're going to start with them kind of back to back, and I'm going to line up that first corner and then take it to the end, and we're going to start stitching right on this end. And
I really enjoy this. We used to do this together,
yes,
didn't we,
I know.
Hayley?
We like this one because it's nice, one of those kind of in front of the telly or in the garden kind of crafts that you can spend a bit of time putting. I've got a little knot in here and I can hear it pinging through every time
Have you got a knot?
It's right in the middle. I'm just gonna roll with it. Just gonna roll with it. So what I'm doing is just doing a little whip stitch, but taking the smallest piece that I possibly can through each piece of those fabrics, because although I'm working with a red thread here on a white fabric and a kind of a fairly white pattern fabric, then if I open those out, because I'm using the tiniest part that I can, those stitches are barely visible, and if I pull them tight, which they should be, you see they go even more. So it's a really, really simple technique, and the work is all done for you by the shapes, and because these are pre-cut shapes, you're not even having to go to the effort of tracing them and cutting them out. You can, have I got another knot? You can literally just get cracking straight out the box. All you need to do is add fabric to this.
Cool.
So very, very straightforward. And all you're ever, they look like massively complicated shapes, but all you're actually ever sewing are short straight lines.
Yeah.
So I will get myself up to this corner and then I'll give you a shout when I'm at the corner.
Okay.
And then I can show you how to change direction.
Excellent. Well, I'll tell you what, shall I show you some samples that you've given me? And also, because these are great because you can use the eyes that we've got. I love the hedgehogs. That's cute.
I mean, some of them are like that, where you've got them right way up and upside down.
Yeah.
And then other ones you've got, and they'll all go the same way. Things like the dogs will all go the same way, but some of them are kind of multi-directional.
Yeah. And then look, we've got these ones with the eyes on. I like those. The monster has still got one. He's just got the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's looking pretty shifty though. I don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
He has me nervous, that one.
Yeah, I do think he's going to eat the bear, but that's not. So if you want, anyway, the Tessa Patch bundles, that's what we've got on the screen for you. Jimmy, if you're going to get a shot of that, I need to move something. All right, let's have a look at some 7-day savers. We'll do this. I get into trouble, right, because I've got a poncho that because sometimes it gets really cold in the studio.
I know.
Yeah.
I do sometimes make diva-type demands. Could you please turn the aircon off?
Yeah.
Because it's cold.
Yeah. And it's boiling outside.
And I know they go, oh, we need it on for the lights and the cameras. But what about the people?
Anywho, I've got to mention these 7-day savers. Right, you've got a nice assorted card collection. Colours may vary, and it's 160 to 320 GSM. And then we've got, what's the next one? We've got the...
oh, the storage bag.
Oh, yes.
I saw that the other day.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I had it on earlier. And the one, so you've got the bucket bag, but then the other storage bag...
Is it the one with the holes in?
Yeah, and it's a white clean.
Oh.
Yeah, it's white clean.
How mucky are you planning on getting with your knitting?
Yeah. It's a bit, what, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't knit. I used to when I was a kid. I used to knit, but nobody seems to remember these. I used to knit the clowns that were really popular.
Oh, I remember the weird clowns.
So you remember?
My Auntie Sue used to knit them.
Yeah, I used to knit those, but now because it's been so many years since I did that, I can remember how to knit and purl, but I cannot remember how to...
They were weird, them clowns.
I quite enjoyed making them.
Yeah, they used to freak me out a bit.
Anyway, I suppose I better get off this
Sorry.
website.
Yes,
yeah.
chatting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right. Chatting about...
Oh, look at the counter going down, though.
The what? The counter? Yeah, because you've only got 1 day and 12 hours left to get these 7-day savers at these prices. We've got fabrics, we've got, again, card and vellum collections. There's some spools of, not wool, spools of your threads. Lovely.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, yeah, there's foam rolls, all of that. Oh, I love that frog from AALL Create. Love this frog. Right, have you got to the end?
Yes, I'm good to go.
Cool.
I was busy looking at the 7-day savers. Sorry. Okay, so this is our one that we're adding in. So all of these Tessa patches are designed exactly the same way, and there's lots and lots of short straight lines. There's one other technique, which is the curves. They're the more advanced ones, but I think all of the ones that come in the bundle that's on offer today is all short straight lines, so we'll be absolutely fine. So that's the one that I've just sewn there, and now I've got to the corner. So what I would always do is, that's how I've been sewing at the minute.
Yep.
Been sewing it folded over. I would always flatten it out so you can kind of get your bearings, and then this is the next one that I want to do here. So then I'm going to take that and I'm just going to fold it along the line and then line it up for that one, and then just do that little bit of stitching. I mean, it's not very far, it's maybe 3/4 of an inch, and then I'll do the same again. I'll fold it out, get my bearings, and then those next two kind of short straight lines that are just there, and then again, same again, fold it over, fold it back, and then just keep going, short straight lines at a time, and eventually it'll build up really, really quickly. There's a cushion that's behind you over there.
Which one?
The green one.
This one?
Yes, because that one's using the lizard template as well. Still the smaller one on this, and you will be getting the larger one, but very, very easy. It lends itself really well to circular designs, this one as well, because it kind of will work nicely in that kind of circular format.
I like
and
that.
There's a lot you could do with these. You can, you know, start putting eyes on them and making them properly into lizards. If you want to put shells on them, you can make them into tortoises. I have the
Have you got one?
I've got the
Oh, I like
turtle
this.
version.
Yeah.
I've got the turtle version of this one where we have added shells. That one's with the curves, a little bit more complex, but don't worry, that one's not in the current Tessa Patch bundle. One of the ones that might be in your bundle is the jigsaws as well. So the jigsaws are super, super cute. And actually, while I've got this one out, I'll just show you how I've been working with these, because if you want to kind of cut the minimum possible with these, because these are all kind of slightly different shapes, what you can do is cut off that from the top there.
Yeah.
And you can see I've done it at the bottom here. Sewn those bits that I've cut off the top into the bottom, and the bits that have been cut off the sides have been sewn into this side here.
Cool. I just need to indicate to my director that he's keyed me off.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Can't hear him.
Oh, that we don't need to hear him. We've only got like 10 minutes. We'll just make it up, mate.
We've got 4 minutes.
Have we?
Yeah.
Even better. Even better.
Oh, quick update of which bundle?
That's the cotton, the quilted
Yeah,
cotton.
the cotton. We are limited stock for this. It's 5 meters that you will be getting, and it's £27.95. You have got 9 minutes remaining to get that £37 saving, or indeed if it lasts the rest of the 9 minutes. 438256. Thanking you.
Right,
Back
so
to you.
corner, that's what we were supposed to be doing when I got distracted with showing you different shapes. So when I get to the corner, what I need to do is just, tend to put a double stitch in from the direction I've just come from. And that double stitch is, again, just the same way as you would do if you were machine stitching. So if you're machine stitching and you're changing direction, or you're starting or beginning an edge, then you tend to go back and forth. It's the same kind of principle. You're just putting a double stitch in there just for an extra little bit of security. And I'm going to do the same on this one here. 1, 2, and then continue back along this side. And it's just those tiny little bits of material on both sides, because yes, stitching it with a red thread on a white and patterned white background, not ideal, but it allows me to show you how you can put it together and get your minimal amount of thread coming through. If you use something that coordinates, then all the better. It'll be almost invisible. There we go. And so I've got 2 or 3 more stitches along here.
Yep.
I'll do this last turn, and then it's nearly home time.
It is.
Off for a barbecue.
Yeah.
After this.
Do you know what? I tell you what we haven't spoken about.
I don't bring this up.
It's Frank.
Can I just say, it's not me that brings this up. Frank is amazing, but it's not me that brings this up. It's Jimmy, the director.
Yeah, they just said that is the real star of the show. Yeah, and you can
Do you know
actually.
why? It's because he came in on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because I'd taken him up north, because when you hatch ducks, you're supposed to hatch them in multiples. He was the only one who hatched, so he had to have kind of a lot of attention. He's very needy.
Yes.
So I took him home, looked after him, and then I had to bring him back down south to where he needs to be in his permanent home. So for about an hour, when I came in and my other half was going home, he was at work.
That's so funny, bring your duck to work
everybody
day.
else must have missed the memo with the bring your duck to work day.
And he's got his own Instagram.
He has, yes, Frank the Duck.
Frank the Duck.
Frank the Duck. Yeah.
Let's
He's
get him
got like 120 odd followers.
Let's get him 10 million. Right, we're on a mission now. Frank the Duck. He needs 10 million followers.
Okay.
Let's get him that. Yeah.
I'm still doing some work, by the way. It's unusual, I know, but I am still doing some work here.
Oh, right now, you have got just over 5 minutes now to get your happy hour deals, the ones that...
All right, I'm stopping then.
Oh, yeah, we're at the end of the show.
Okay, then.
Yeah, Frank stole the show then.
I shall go and pack up then. It's because Jimmy, who's the director, is kind of pretty obsessed with Frank.
He is, isn't he?
Like,
He is, yeah.
Pretty obsessed. I mean, you're all welcome to come round and have a chat to Frank. He
At
loves
a safe
friends.
distance.
Yeah. He loves friends.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, Hayley. So yeah, as I said, if you want any of these happy hour deals, you do need to check out your baskets now, because we've only got 5 minutes remaining on the show for us. We're going to have a little 5-minute break, but please make sure you're joining us, because we've got the one-day special, and the one-day special went absolutely nuts earlier on. Thank you once again, Hayley.
Thank you, Mrs. Alex.
Yeah. Oh, you've married me off already.
Yes, why not?
Oh. Yes, the AALL Create anniversary one-day special. You need to check out your baskets with this. And then we've got Welcome to the Weekend, so do keep me company, because I'm on my Todd.
Now, it's really good to have your company, and to let you know that there have been a few little changes here at Hochanda. For a short while, we weren't able to ship over to America, so that meant that you were missing out on all of those wonderful goodies that we're able to bring to you here at Hochanda. Well, good news, we have resumed those orders coming to you overseas. COVID-19 meant that we couldn't fly them out to you, but of course that has changed. But something I do need to let you know is that sadly we've had to increase that post and packing per item. So it's gone up to $12.95, unfortunately. But good news, Freedom membership has remained the same at $19.99. What that means is you can place an order as often as you like during that calendar month. You could even place an order every single day, and there's no minimum and no maximum to those orders either. So it gives you the opportunity to take advantage of all those fabulous deals, those wonderful opportunities that we bring you here at Hochanda, now shipping again to you out in America. So take advantage of that. Make sure you become a Freedom member though. Take advantage of that saving.
Would you like to improve your crafting techniques by watching and crafting along with your favourite Hochanda guest demonstrators, all from the comfort of your own home? If the answer is yes, then we are very excited to invite you to Craft Along, where you, our presenters and guests, will create an amazing array of projects throughout the year. So tune in, be inspired and create with Craft Along, your monthly crafting workshop.
Welcome to Hochanda's 5 Days of Christmas. Are you struggling for ideas or need a little extra creative assistance as you start your crafty preparations for Christmas 2020? From Thursday the 23rd of July at 6 p.m. to Tuesday the 28th of July at 6 p.m, we'll be bringing you 5 days of Christmas crafting. Tune in and be inspired by Pink Ink, Sentimentally Yours, Clarity Stamp, John Next Door, La Blanche and many, many more as they help you get into the crafty Christmas spirit. Also, as an early Christmas treat from us to you, make a purchase of any item and you will automatically be given a £5 credit to spend against any purchase of £30 or more the following day. And you can do this every day throughout our event. So get ready for Christmas 2020 by tuning in to our 5 Days of Christmas from the 23rd of July at 6 p.m.
Hi, I'm John Lockwood from John Next Door. I'm lucky enough to have been a guest on Hochanda since day one. I've been working closely with Crafts2 on the development of the John Next Door brand and also working with their fantastic range of products. I'll be bringing you some fantastic shows that are combining the John Next Door and Crafts2 products. We'll be sharing things like the press cut dies and some of the Find It media and some of the other fantastic tools, accessories and other products that Crafts2 bring to everybody at home. I hope you can join me on my crafting journey and learn some tips and techniques from me that I share with you. So don't miss the Crafts2 shows with me, John Lockwood, on Hochanda.
it's time to celebrate AALL Create's 3rd anniversary with us at Hochanda. Tune in from Friday the 17th of July at 10 a.m. to Monday the 20th of July at 5 p.m. to join in with the fun.
Let me tell you, it has been a phenomenal launch of the one-day special. The one-day special itself is 70% already gone. The complete collection, because you know I like to go for everything, is 2/3 of the stock gone, and we had a deep stock. So without further ado, let me introduce, of course, our lovely Tracy. Hello, Tracy.
Hi, Alex. You all right?
Yeah, yes. Hasn't it been? It's been lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everybody's supporting you. They love your designs.
And it's hard sometimes to express how much you appreciate the fact that they buy into your designs. So I'm really humbled. So yeah, I'm really pleased.
Now also, if you buy anything off this show, you've got the possibility to get this free gift, but it's one per person, but we are really running out of these, so I'm just giving you a heads up to make a purchase during this hour, and you'll get this, which will be a nice little bonus gift. But once they're gone, they're gone. Now, I think it's very important, of course, to say it's AALL Create's, of course, 3rd birthday as well, the 3rd anniversary. But let's talk through your designs, if that's okay, our lovely Tracy. Do you want to talk through these gorgeous stamps?
With the A4 stamp, the idea is that all the stamps work with all the previous releases.
Right.
So for me, this release was more important that they worked with the other releases, because it was especially for the anniversary. I wanted it to make sure that anything else they bought previously, even if it was just a week or so ago, that then these absolutely worked with everything else they got. But for me, there's a little bit more of a collage-y style. So the leaf collage on the A4, and I just love the details. The fact that you can pick out some of those details rather than just stamp the whole thing. Just pick out some of those details. And then the A5, for me, complements all my other stamp sets. And it also complements the A4 because you've got that repeated leaf design. But the Wellingtons, I think, make a quirky plant pot.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so they'd make a quirky plant pot. And also, if you paper piece those or you stamp any of the background elements onto the boots, then that works well as well. So I'm really pleased with that. And the hair, I'm just delighted with. Probably because it took me goodness knows how many attempts to get it right.
I bet you. Do you know that style? It reminds me of, you know, the gorgeous old teddy bunnies that used to look like that. Makes me really want to give it a cuddle. But he's got real, I don't know, he seems very debonair. He's got personality, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I like the fact, like you said, he reminds you of something old rather than totally modern, so that makes it a little bit quirky. So I quite like that.
Oh, that is gorgeous. So those are the stamps for the one-day special. There you go. Just to show you, you've got your the clear stamps. Look at all that detail. I'm going to show you loads of samples in a second. That is 2 payments of £24.99 if you're going for the one-day special with all of those stamps. 980613. But remember, 70% of the stock's gone of that. We do then have the stencils, the 2 stencils and the stamp, and these are, I really like these. They're very cool, these.
For me, Alex, that I because of the way I work, I find it very difficult not to use a stencil. So stencils are really key for me. So I had to have Abs's stencils in the show. I didn't allow Abs to have them. I had to have them.
Good for you, good for you. But I love all the detail. Look at all of that. And I'm really drawn to sort of geometric shapes and patterns. I think they're really funky.
I think the good thing about the design as well is it's so versatile because you can break the stamps up, you can also break the stencils up. So you could actually take just one element from that stencil, you can take the tiny details from that stencil, but then you've got the corresponding sizes, so you then get a cohesive design. So if you wanted to use all 3 of those elements in one design, even without a stamped element, you'd end up with a cohesive design.
Yeah, that's perfect. Don't forget, it's not just the stencils, you also get the stamp that coordinates. It's £23.97 for that little set. Well, it's not little, is it? 609422. But what the majority of you are doing, we're going for the complete collection. This is also what we call a why not deal. So if you look at the price without being a Freedom member, it's £73.94. But then look at that Freedom discount. Is that like something like 10% extra off? Excellent. And it's also on not 2, I hadn't realised this, but 3 flexes, which makes this very, very affordable. 3 payments of £22.18, and we send it out to you once you've paid that first instalment, 279,425. But I think what we do definitely need to have a look at, of course, because the design team are fab. Oh, this is Joe Rice's.
Yeah, they're brilliant. Without the design team, you really can't have the shows.
No,
so
look at this.
And they bring them to life as well.
Yeah, they think they're fabulous. I love the carrots.
Yeah,
yeah.
I love them.
I saw somebody, I wondered why they were talking about that, but somebody said, yes, you can get purple carrots on Facebook.
Yeah, you can,
oh. Yes. And then we've got, who's this one by? Does it say Debbie? This one's by Debbie. And then we've got one with those wellies. That again is by Joe Rice. They're fab, aren't they?
But you can keep them plain like that, but if you wanted to use the background elements in the same stamp set, you could stamp that onto the boots.
Great idea, love that. Here's your geometrics. Who's this one by? Oh, it doesn't say this one.
That's Olga's.
Is it?
So she's actually used Absy's stencil there, showing you that the stencil can make a focal piece rather than a stamp set.
Yeah.
The stencil can be focal.
That is cool. And then we've got this wonderful flower. This again is by Joe. Look at that. What have I shown you? What haven't I shown you? Let's bring this in. Oh, no, we've got to show the hair. We've got to show the hair. Look at him. He's divine. And this again is by Debbie. What else have we got? Oh, we've got the leafy one. This one's by Debbie. Look at all that detail.
But that, for me, Debbie's used all of the leaf there, and then split elements up, but so that you've got like spotlights with the oblong and the circle, and it just makes them pop.
Doesn't it? That's great. I'll do one more and then I'll definitely show lots more throughout the hour.
Isn't this clever though from Janice?
That is very clever,
She's got a lot of patience.
Yeah, that is amazing. So again, the complete collection, 2/3 of the stock gone, and you can spread the cost 3 ways, not just twice. 279,425. One quick mention of the happy hour deal. Just for this hour only, we've got some fabulous stamps, and these are £19.97. Oh right, this is the Foxy Friends, the Honey Bear. What's that? And the Squeaky Friends. That's cute. 32 stamps in total for £19.97 on your happy hour deal, and you've got that £16 saving, 665110. 32 stamps. So again, do give us a call, 01733 60 2000, or check out on the website at hochanda.com. And without further ado, I'm going to pass over to Tracy, of course. Now, tell us a bit about these pages from the book.
Okay, so what I thought the best way to show how the stamps work and how they work together was to create a book. And the idea with that was, if I create a book, it does show then how all the stamped elements work together and how they give a cohesive design.
Okay.
Because sometimes we often say, I do it, we say, oh, all the stamps work together. Well, I thought it's about time I showed that they worked all together. But I'm going to create the pages from the book, and then on the final call tomorrow, I'm going to give all those pages away to one winner.
Lovely.
And then they can create their own book.
That's fab.
So ready to start?
Definitely,
yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create these 2 pages. Now, we're calming it all down.
Yeah.
Felt quite hyper the last hour. I felt like, phew. So we're going to calm it all down. I'm going to go back to the way Tracy does, nice and calm, nice steady pace. And what we're going to do is we're paring it down, and we're going to use the flower, because this is one stamp set we didn't use in the last hour. So I want to showcase the flower a little bit and showcase the fact that you can use it on its own like this, or you can add it with a stem just to make it look completely different.
Nice.
So let's get started. So what I've got a piece of white smooth card, 5 inches by 7 inches, 5 inches in width by 7 inches in length. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a nice simple background, but I want to keep the vibrancy. And if you notice with the book, I've kept the same colours throughout, really to show people that if you haven't got many inks or you haven't got many paints, that if you've got the stamps, as long as you've got a couple of colours, you can still create a beautiful element with many pages with a minimum of colours. So that's the reason I stuck to a certain colour palette. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use lime paint, and I'm going to use turquoise. So just get a good dollop of paint, and we're going to take it nice and steady this time. Not quite so frantic. Phew! Catch me breath.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is, these are opaque paints, so they will layer beautifully together. So I'm just going to mix them slightly. If you see, I haven't twirled them all around, I've just mixed them slightly. and then I'm going to pick this paint up, as you can see, on the edge of the palette knife. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape this down onto my project, and I don't mix it too much, and I'll just add a couple of random little bits here and there, just so it looks a little bit more random. And then what you do is you create a second piece. So just plonk that out the way. That's a professional term, plonk.
Indeed.
We don't want to waste this paint, so let's use all this as well. Make sure we use everything off the palette knife, because then if we suddenly do our demos really quick, we've got a couple of backgrounds.
Yeah.
So we'll just place that out the way, and we'll bring in 2 backgrounds we've done before. And as you can see, I'm just going to use a wipe. We've got beautiful texture on those elements. So that's what I call a nice flat layer. And what I want to do now is bring that layer to life with Absy's stencil. Now in the stencils, you've got 3 sizes. So what I wanted to show was that in the book, it all flows, the fact that Absy's got stencils that work together. So you've got the large, the medium and the small stamp. So everything throughout the book flows. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the 6x6 stencil this time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use paints. So I'm going to take my brayer and I'm going to use tangerine. I've got everything in the way so you can't see. We're going to use tangerine and a touch of ruby. And we're just going to add this to the stencil. And
Oh,
again,
you're very good putting your lids back on.
it's because I'm so used to spilling things,
Yeah.
I've learnt my lesson. So we're using opaque paints. That means that I can get a beautiful layering without creating mud, because I'm using opaques. I haven't got my spritzer bottle. I just need to find my spritzer bottle. I do apologise.
Oh, that's all right. If you need a moment, I can show some samples.
It's okay, I'm
You
here.
got it? Ah,
I've got it ready. It was because, you know, the first hour was hyper, so I was a bit excited. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just deciding which background to use. So we'll use this background. And I've spritzed the stencil with water. And what I've used a contrasting colour. And the reason I'm using that contrasting colour is that it will make everything pop.
Yeah.
It means that that blue and turquoise, sorry, that turquoise and green aren't just flat. It gives me a sort of oomph to my design. So I'm just allowing that stencil to sit in there, and it's a nice thick stencil. So it means that it can take a bit of battering. So just make sure that you allow that paint to sit, and then you can just lift your stencil up. And can you see?
Cool.
You've got a lovely... So what you can do then is don't waste. Just make sure, see if you've got anything else on your stencil. So just give it another spritz.
Yep.
See if there's anything left on there, and then you can just place that down. And sometimes it's worthwhile just taking the time to create a second background, just because you're wasting paint if you just wipe it away. It seems such a shame. So as you can see,
Lovely.
we've got 2 backgrounds for the price of 1. Don't want that hair. So normally, when you've not got time constraints, I would try and get 3 backgrounds out of that. So what I'm going to do, which is absolute sacrilege, no I'm not, because I just can't do it. I'm going to have to mop up this paint.
That's all good.
We can't waste it. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, and we can just take it a little bit more relaxed.
Oh, it's like a lovely sunset, that.
That's what Yanni said.
Oh, did he?
That's what Yanni said.
Oh.
So again, if you wanted to just stamp the leaf on there, you wouldn't need anything more.
Yeah.
So we just move those backgrounds out of the way. And what I need to do is just dry this so that we can use our stamp.
Yeah. Doesn't take long.
It doesn't take long to dry. But you need to make sure you dry that, because if you don't dry the layers, when you come to stamp, it's not going to work.
Okay.
It doesn't matter how clever you are with stamping. If you go and stamp on a wet layer, you're not going to get anywhere.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, we all make mistakes. I made one in the first hour. But it's just realising that it's a piece of card. It doesn't really matter.
It's the enjoyment.
It's the enjoyment, but I know sometimes some ladies get frustrated when it doesn't work the first time. Well, it doesn't work the first time for me either. Sometimes I get it wrong, and it really doesn't matter at all. It's just enjoying the process. So what I need now is my flower stamp. Can you see I just chuck everything this way, Alex? So then I've got no idea where it's gone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this stamp, this gorgeous flower stamp, which could be a lotus flower.
Yeah, I thought
it could be a water lily.
Yeah.
But you can have it like this, or you can add a stem to it, whichever you want to do. Now what you need to remember is, I know Abs says he doesn't prime his stamps. Well, just ignore Abs. I'm just going to go against Abs. Just ignoring. When you get your stamps, please make sure that you prime them. It's important. It doesn't matter what quality. These are fantastic quality stamps. I don't care. You need to prime your stamps. You need to ink them with your archival or your VersaFine ink. Allow that ink to dry. Stamp it off, and then ink it again. Stamp it onto scrap card, and then ink a third time, and then it's ready for your project. You need to ink and allow some of that ink to dry on your stamp, just to prime it, to get rid of some of that stickiness in the manufacturing process. Yeah. So, and don't get worried about leaving your stamps a little bit stained. They're tools, they're meant to be used. I know some of us like them beautifully clean, but it's a tool. So they're meant to be used. So what I'm going to do now is I'm hovering over my card to decide whereabouts I want it. And I think I'm going to go for there, and they said keep it in the middle, so I've just moved it.
Don't worry.
I'm so well trained. You see, when I do a Facebook Live, my card and everything's all over the place. But when I come into Hochanda, I forget what I'm doing. And the first thing they said was, keep the card in the centre. So I move it.
We're all fine. It's all good.
It's a good job they're used to me. So what I'm doing is I'm allowing this ink to sit, because I've done a painted layer, I've done an inked layer, and that layer is plastic, that paint is. So you really need to let your ink to sit on the card. And as you can see, I keep these two fingers on my stamp. I don't rush it. I keep them on there. So I'm just allowing that. I shouldn't have to lift this, really. It should be okay, but we will see. There we go.
Nice.
So you can see there, I don't even need to lift it up. Just look at the detail in that.
Cool.
I just love it. Now, what you need to do is you need to use some copier paper, really, to blot your stamp. So I haven't got my copier paper at hand, so I'm just going to use this card to blot your stamped image. If you don't blot, when you're using VersaFine inks, you are going to smudge. That's the nature of the beast. Look how much ink you get out of that. That's just off it. So you've got to dry it as well. You just have to be a little bit patient.
It's worth it though for the end result.
Yeah. And I think the detail of that stamp, for me, what makes me happy is the fact that it's got this paint behind, but it's also got that white area there. So I really like that. So I'm just going to give that a good dry, because obviously I'm giving this away and I don't want to send a smudge card. And I love how it says dance in the breeze.
That's lovely.
Just love that.
Yeah.
So just giving that a dry. And again, when you're at home, take your time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a stem to this. And I'm just using Abs's pen, because I didn't have one of my own. So I'm using Abs's pen. I've been scrounging all day today. You see, I'm not used to going out. I'm so used to sitting in my little craft room for 14 weeks.
Bless you.
And then I had to come and pack, and it was so alien.
I know.
So it was very strange coming out. But before I do the next layers, just let me show you, if I hold that up, because sometimes you can see it better on this camera. Because you can see the detail of that stenciling, the flower, the fact that that flower's still got some white elements as well. I just adore it.
It looks fantastic.
But I think, have I got the flower cut out? Let me show you how it changes when you've got the flower total. When you put it over the top, it doesn't sing the same.
Right.
Because that flower is a flat colour.
But
I've done that on purpose to show you what the difference looks like. You've got a totally flat colour there. I would obviously add a bit of orange or something there. But you've got a totally flat flower. Obviously, we like to 3D things. But on this occasion, because you've got this detail behind, because you've got this white element,
I can see
it makes it pop a little bit more. So what I'm going to do now is use the background stamp from my A5 set, from the Wellington set. And I just think this little stamp is just fabulous. I just love it, even on its own. With nothing else, I just think it's fabulous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do paints. So I'm going to use my paints again. I'm trying to mix it up because some people might have paints, some people might have inks. But I'm also aware that a lot of the ladies that have been following me on Facebook and in our little community, they've bought some products and some paints because we've done workshops. So I want to make sure they still use those products that they've purchased. So what I'm going to do is bray it over my stamp with the two colours. Make sure you get a good even layer of paint. And then what you're going to do is you're going to spritz with water. Just a light spritz. Just wipe around your stamp, just so that you don't put all that moisture onto your card. Just wipe around that. And then what you can do, again, with your stamp, is you can hover over, just deciding which way. Have I got that the right way? I'm trying to decide that's the right way. You see, I nearly stamped it upside down now.
No, nearly.
So, and I've moved the card again.
Oh, don't worry, we're still seeing it.
I've moved the card again. You see, I told you I've got bad habits. So we just allowed that to sit because we're stamping with paint.
Yeah.
And what we need to remember is when we're stamping with paint, we need to clean our stamps, because if you don't clean your stamps, it will lose that detail. It will lose the detail on your stamps. And there we go.
Cool.
If you just look at that border at the bottom.
It's like it's grounded.
Exactly. But also, it just gives it a pop of colour.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the detail on that
I
stamp.
know, it's beautiful.
I know it's my own design, but I just love it. I love it. I just need to wipe that stamp, Alex, because I can't leave it or else the stamp's ruined.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No. So, and Abs has only given me one, so I can't have it ruined.
I see,
You know,
I see.
I haven't scrounged any more yet.
Okay. Shall I do a few quick numbers, or do you need...
Definitely. Yes,
Yeah,
it gives
is that
me
all right?
time just to settle.
Lovely stuff. Right then, if you are joining us, you've got a couple of options. Your one-day special, which are Tracy's designs. You've got that wonderful A4 stamp. You've got your A5, and then we've got the hair. But look at all the detail that are in these gorgeous designs. I love the carrots. I love those. Then you've got the leaves. They are fantastic to work with. There is always so much detail in Tracy's designs. Look at this. Look at that. And I love it. It's like the roots on them. Amazing. Oh, right, while you're looking, just to let you know, we are 3/4 of the stock gone now of the one-day special. It's still flying out the door. And then we come to our wellies, which are really cool. And there's the beautiful flower at the bottom that Tracy's working with. And then the hair, who's just, I just think he's divine. He's really got personality. 2 payments of £24.99 to go for the one-day special. You could go for the stencil bundle, where you've got the A4 stencil, a slightly, well, it's not exactly a small stencil, is it, this one? And then you've also got the stamp set, and that is £23.97. They work so well together, 609422. But then the complete collection, where you get everything we've just shown you, and we are over 2/3 of the stock gone. 2/3 gone, and you can spread the cost on Flexi Buy. And it's also on Freedom discount. Look at that, £66.55, and you can spread the cost 3 ways instead of 2. And if you're new to us here, we send it out to you once you've paid that first instalment. So it's 3 payments of £22.18. And then I've just got a few samples. This one is by Janet. And this is beautiful. Look at that layering up, because yes, you can make it in layers. And then our beautiful hair by Jo. I love that. I love that inky background, and the hair really holds its own. Here's another one with our hair, and that's by Corrie, who I know is amazing at colouring. And here's another one by Corrie with the wellies. They're so cool, aren't they? Tracy, will we find lots of samples, like on Facebook and stuff?
Oh, absolutely, yes. And,
excellent.
And I'll be doing a lot of demos as well, so.
Lovely stuff. Now, we do have a happy hour deal to show you. Details just coming in. Only for the next 40 minutes can you get it on this price, and 1/3 of the stock's gone. You've got a massive £16 saving. You're getting all 3 stamp sets, 32 stamps in total, for £19.97 665 110. The number to call if you're new to us is 01733 60 2000, or go to hochanda.com to view our website. Over to you, Tracy.
Thank you. So this is going to sound weird, but every time I do a page, it speaks to me in some shape or form.
Sounds good to me.
If you look at this page here, the one that I did originally, this stenciling was slightly paler, which means that I didn't hit as many areas on the stencil.
Right.
So it was slightly paler, so that's fine. But with this one, this stenciling is slightly heavier.
It's lovely, it's bold.
It's very bold, but because of that, I want to add some white element in there. So every page, when I'm working on it, no 2 pages are ever the same. Whether I'm doing a workshop, whether I'm doing demoing, they always speak to me in a different way. There's always something that's needed differently. So for this one, it needs some scratchy lines. And it needs that because it makes everything pop. And it just breaks up some of that boldness of that colour. So just a couple of little scratchy lines, that's all we need. And I know you might think, well, that's only a little touch, but those little touches are important to me.
It's the layers, isn't it?
Exactly. And this, for me, is what I take time in doing. So what I'm going to do now is add the sentiment. So I'm just going to, yes, and our glue works. It didn't work the first show.
It's always typical on live air, isn't it?
I've checked it 3 times.
I swear it's the lights and stuff.
No, it just knows I'm going live. Just likes me to do something, so I look silly sometimes, you see. Makes everybody feel human then if I do something wrong. So find beauty. So just make sure that sticks down. Find beauty in the... And the sentiment is perfect. Find beauty in the simple things.
Yeah.
And I think we should. And my next demo follows straight on from this card. So I'm just going to add that there. Find beauty in the simple things. And I've also noticed when you're live on TV, your piece of card doesn't stay flat. So when you're trying to stick a sentiment down, the end always curls up. Just as you... When I do this at home, it just stays flat. You go on live TV and it curls.
I swear it's the lights again, probably.
No, I just think somebody's looking down on me, saying, you know, let's test it. So that finds beauty in this. And then if we just get a piece of black card, because the black card makes it pop.
Yeah.
Until you put it on a black card, it doesn't pop.
Yes.
Now, you just need to remember that you don't have to... You see, that's going to irritate me now. I need that to go down. You don't have to cover every area. It's nice to keep some white space.
I agree.
So that's our first card done.
See, that I love the composition of that. I love everything about that. I love the colours. Obviously, the imagery is so detailed. The way, like you said, it's been put together. This is going to make me want to go home and do this exact thing. This exact thing.
Well, that's good. That's why I like demoing. That's the best bit.
We'll have to do another craft along together because I so enjoyed that.
We did have fun, didn't we?
I had loads of fun. I think, are we all right to carry straight on, Katie? Yes, if you want to.
Carry straight on, yes. So the idea with the pages as well was that everything flowed, so that I didn't just plonk one page and then just put a random image on the next page. The idea was that it all flowed together. So I've kept this page with the same background. And also the idea with creating the same background is to give you another idea.
Yes.
So that you don't go home and do that background and say, OK, Tracy, you've showed me one, what do I do now?
Yeah.
So the idea is the pages complement and I show you different ideas.
Excellent.
So this time, instead of doing your stenciling in the contrasting orange and red, we're now going to do the stenciling in white, just to show you what difference it makes. So we're going to use Abby's stencil again, because it works beautifully, and I love the fact that I've got so many different sizes in the stencil. It means that I can play around a bit. And also, if you wanted to, when you're blending colours, you could blend the large stencil, so you could blend colour through, put this stencil over the top, and then you could blend a different colour. So you'd have smaller circles inside the bigger circles.
Nice.
So it would work really well. So what we're doing is we're adding some white paint. Now, I know some ladies, when they were doing my workshop, were getting a bit frustrated with this. I think it's all about practice. As you can see, when I did my first demo, it didn't go quite right. And sometimes that's the nature of the beast. That's the nature of crafting. You just take the good with the bad. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you know what? When you get things wrong, that's how you learn.
Well, and I was going to say, sometimes you've got a plan, it goes wrong, but in the end you think, actually, I quite like them more than the original idea.
Yeah. But I think sometimes it's, because sometimes we can sit here and sometimes make it look easy. Yeah. Sometimes when you go at home and then it doesn't work, you think, oh, it's my fault, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And it isn't. Yeah. Sometimes it depends how much layers you add, how much paint you add. So it's all a little bit of practice, that's all it is, nothing more. So, and I get plenty of time to practice, so you have to remember that. And if you can see, I've got a subtle white, can you see that on the, yes you can.
Yeah.
Can you see this subtle triangle in the background? You've got some subtle white in the background. That's all I need, just to make it pop.
Yes.
And this is what's good about stencils. If you imagine, you can use that stencil 6 by 6 as it is. I've only used a little part of it. You don't have to use the whole thing. It's like stamps. We always think that because a stamp says A5 that you've got to stamp it A5. No, you haven't. You can stamp it 6 little tiny inch if you want.
Indeed, you stamp it onto your ATCs.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the same flower. But what I want to do first is I want to take this background stamp. But what I want to do this time is add it in black. So it's going to be a little bit bolder. But that's not a problem. I just want some little touches. So I'm just going to stamp this border stamp, and because I love the border stamp so much, I can't stop using it. Let's just be honest. So I'm just going to stamp that on here, and as you can see, I'm using it without the acrylic block.
Yeah.
Because this ink pad is
lovely.
very juicy, and also I don't want the whole image, I want part of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to stamp the whole thing, just to give it a little bit of a snippet of detail. Just need to make sure I've got it the right way up. That's the hardest thing with the stamp, have I got it the right way up or not? Not that it really matters, but we do need to make sure. I think that's the, no, do you know, this is what I'm like, I've got it the wrong way. It's because mine is well used already.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we've now got some of that black element.
Lovely.
But I don't want it to be too overpowering, because if you're not careful, you can put too much black and it'll be too overpowering. But when we've finished our composition, you'll understand why.
Yeah.
So what I need now is I just need to get my piece of plastic, and I'm just going to add some white elements back in. So you know we have these strips of card that we always have left.
Yeah.
I never bin them, I always use them, because this is going to sort of ground our flower. So this time I'm using it a flower as it is,
Okay.
rather than, you know, sort of a bold flower. I've got a flower cut somewhere, there it is, just to make sure. We're using it as is, but I want to use these pieces of white card to ground my flower a little bit. And I often find that when you break up this boldness of this colour in the background, everything pops. It can work just like that because you can put it like that.
Yeah.
But you wait until you put the white elements on. The white elements make a huge difference. Let's just move that into the centre. So they do make a huge difference. So I'm just going to press that down for a few moments just to make sure that adhesive takes hold.
I can't wait till you start doing workshops again. I'm first there.
I've been doing them online.
Yeah, online.
I've loved them.
Yeah.
We've had great fun, we really have. It's just, although I'm a bit dangerous, you know, 'cause you say things you're not supposed to. And my husband does impressions on the workshops.
Does he?
Yeah, he does impressions.
Oh.
So, and do you know, all they say to me is Ian coming back on? not am I doing a workshop? Is Ian coming back to do his impersonations? So I'm like, what is that? What am I like? What about me? I'm supposed to be doing the workshop. No, where's Ian? So yes, he's been, I bet you don't. Do you remember Rainbow?
Oh, of course, yes.
Oh yeah, he's been doing Rainbow and
Oh, right.
Billy Connolly and oh yes, Frank Spencer.
How often are you running them then online?
I've been doing them most of the time every couple of weeks.
Every couple
and then
of weeks.
Or every 3 weeks.
Lovely.
But we've been having Facebook Lives together.
Excellent.
We've had a good time,
Yeah.
really. To be honest, I've been very lucky because we've got a lovely community.
Yeah.
And we've all been creating together, so we've had a fab time together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in a circle element. And I'm going to add this circle here, like so. Just so you can still see this bit of black here,
Yep.
and you can still see this here. So it just takes a little bit of sticking, but you can then see that we can add the flower.
Lovely. And what I would say to you at home is, if you've got anything in your basket, check out, because then you've secured it, you know it's yours, and then you can just chill out and watch all of Tracy's demos all the way through, obviously this one, and all the way through tomorrow. And of course, you want to check out quickly because you do want to be getting your free gift, and once they're gone, those. Sorry, back to you, Tracy.
It's all right, no problem, Alex. So I'm just adding that white element, and then I just want to show you how I just did the flower. So we just added that white element, and let's just show how we did the flower. Just don't want to skip forward, because it's obvious to some people how we've done the flower, but we have to remember there are ladies and gentlemen out there that have not done any stamping.
Yeah.
So we need to repeat some of the processes. So what I've done to create the flower, let's move some of these out of the way, is I've used my tangerine and my ruby paint. So I'm adding these to my acrylic, to my non-stick craft sheet.
Yep.
And then I'm going to braid them out. And if you're not very good at colouring, I know some of us can get a little bit frustrated if we can't, you know, like Corrie colours beautifully.
Yes, she does.
But we've all got different talents. We might not all be able to colour like Corrie. So if you can't colour like Corrie, this is an easy way to add colour to your stamps. It looks like you've coloured it and you look super cool, and you haven't had to use any pencils or pens. So I always like to find an easy way round something. I like to find a fix if somebody can't work, because just because you can't colour doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to stamp like everybody else and shouldn't get a good result.
Do you know, we're having so many gorgeous emails in saying how much they love you, they love your demos, obviously they love your stamps, designs.
So nice of people to message in.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Sometimes it's difficult to express it though, because you say thank you,
and
it just doesn't sound enough, does
I
it?
know,
You know, you just think, I want to say.
You want to give everybody a big hug.
Yeah, I'm not loud.
No, I know. Virtual hug.
So what you can do is, because you've got that multicoloured backdrop that already looks beautifully blended, when you stamp, so if we just stamp this image, am I okay for time, Alex?
Yes, we've got a good 20 minutes.
Brilliant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stamp and then add this. And because you stamp onto that layer of paint, it means that your flower will look beautifully coloured. It looks beautifully shaded, like you've done a two-tone ombre effect on your flower. It's a nice, easy way to colour your flower without thinking, well, I can't colour, so it's not going to look good. But the other thing that this flower would be good with is if you stamped onto book pages.
Okay.
If you stamped onto book pages, like old vintage book pages or music paper, it would look really lovely. So then you don't even have to colour. But if I lift that up, that looks like I've coloured it and I haven't done anything.
Gorgeous.
And it just looks beautiful. I love it. So what I've done is I've layered the stamps so that we've got two layers. Just prise that apart. Prise it apart, Tracy. So we've got 2 layers, plus we've layered the top.
Got
here.
you.
So the idea is that this will sit here, like so. Okay? But what I want to do is I want to add a little bit more stamping. So let's use Absy's triangular stamp. And again, because it coordinates beautifully with the stencil, it gives me continuity.
Yeah.
So you get a cohesive design and it looks like everything works beautifully together. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to stamp in orange or anything because this gives me enough orange.
Yes.
So I don't want to stamp in that. I'm going to stick with the turquoise colour. Now I'm going to stamp all over the stamp because I can't make my mind up which areas I want to use yet.
Yeah.
So when I do that, just make sure that you just wipe around these edges here.
Yeah.
It'll just stop you from getting a straight line. So just wipe around, just so it makes it look a little bit more random. That's all you're doing. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of these triangular pieces. I keep forgetting I've got a head, and stick it in the camera.
No, we didn't see. We're all right.
But you see, if you get rid of those straight lines, it gives you more of a balance. It's not regimented. So because this circle, you've not got regimented lines, nothing's got apart from this, which is grounding the flower.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another little touch, just another little touch of that colour. So just ink that again, and I'm using peacock feathers.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely colour. But this is why, when you're buying the whole set of stamps and stencils, I feel like you're getting something that works really well together.
Absolutely.
But then whatever you've bought from AALL Create before, these would work with that as well. So it means that, you know, your money's going in a good...
Absolutely.
So now I'm just going to add a couple of these triangles just over the top of that black text, just to give it a little bit more texture. That's beautiful. You see, what I like about this is when you stamp in the black and then you stamp with the peacock feathers over the top, it looks like the triangles are actually underneath the black when they're not.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
You know, and they're actually on top. But I like doing that kind of effect. So as you can see, I'm sort of keeping it here.
Yeah.
I'm not putting a blob here and a blob there and a blob here. I'm sort of keeping it so there's still a balance of white space. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my flower here. And this is where you can see where the white comes into play. So we're just going to add that flower. So just adhere this.
Yep.
And I love that contrast.
I do. Love that. Just so you know, at home, of the complete collection, we are now approaching 70% of the stock gone. Remember, you can spread the cost 3 ways, not just twice. Quick mention of the happy hour again. Details coming in. because we are half the stock gone. You've got 20 minutes remaining to get it at £19.97 with a £16 saving, 665110. There
I'm
you go,
just
Tracy.
getting the sentiment out, just so that we've got some text. Sometimes I don't stamp the sentiments out because I'm trying to get the techniques done for you rather than just stamping out the sentiments. So I usually have those pre-prepared just so that we get more demo done. That's all. That's the only reason I do that.
Yeah.
So what we've got here, we've got Grown with Love, which I'm going to add here. And when I'm doing it, I'm always thinking about where everything's going. So I'm going to add this little breeze sentiment just below here, like so. So I don't stick anything down, I'm thinking about where everything's going first. So we don't need the dance in the breeze at the moment. And then we've got this plant. So I'm just going to just cut this down a little bit. I always stamp a few extra little bits just in case I want to use them. And then I can add this here, yes. So you see, I always think about it first without rushing what I'm doing. So we're then going to add our sentiment.
What's the sentiment say?
It says Grown with Love.
Yeah.
And I'm forgetting which stamp that's that. That is from the Wellington boot one, isn't it?
Okay.
Yes. Yes. I'm just getting used to the stamps myself. So I've got that many sentiments in my head. So Grown, and then we're going to add this breeze. So this sentiment said dance in the breeze, but I just want to add the word breeze, just because I can really.
Yeah.
And I'm allowed to. So I'm just going to add this here, like so. And then I'm going to add the plant, and I'm always thinking about where everything's going. And sometimes I'll take a photograph.
I do that and fiddle about with the composition.
Exactly, and a perfect example is here. If I stick this here, your eyes here, here, here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to keep it on this side.
Cool.
Just so that your eye is drawn to this of the card. It's not darting all over the place. And then what I'm going to do is add these metal embellishments.
They're cool. It sort of adds a bit of tactile and texture.
And my followers know that I'm just mad on index clips.
Right.
I drive them mad. Oh, Tracy, it's an index clip. So they know me so well. So just going to add that index clip.
Uh-huh.
And then sometimes it's thinking about the finishing touches. So what we need to do now is we need to get our pencil. And we just need to add a little bit of shading around the sentiment. Sometimes it's worth taking your time, just enjoying what you're doing. You know, yes, I've got a camera pointing at me, but when I've got over the fright of the first show, I then feel quite relaxed doing my projects.
Yeah.
And I still want them to look nice. I still want the person who's going to receive these pages to think that they've got a quality piece of work rather than something that I've just rushed and chucked together. So I'm just adding a bit of shading around there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to activate that with water.
Okay.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a touch of shading. I've got my head in the way again. A touch of shading. It's funny because this table's lower than I remember.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I'm hunched up.
Well, if you need it hired for tomorrow, we can
I might
do
have
that.
it a bit higher. I think it's because I've got heels on, Alice.
Yeah, oh, is it? Yeah.
You see, and I've not been dressed for 14 weeks, so...
I think we all feel a bit like that.
For 14 weeks, I've had my pyjamas on, my scroggy little slippers. You know, I've been such an attractive sight. And then Jane came to drop a plant off at the door. This is a lovely lady I've met on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
She dropped a plant off at the door. She came out of her way to drop me a plant off. And do you know, I opened the door and I've got these awful baggy pyjamas on. I've got my scraggy slippers on. Do you know, I was such a sight. Didn't even dress up.
But like I said, I think a lot of us have been like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Trust me, I'm worse than most. Absolutely worse than most. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to blend out this pencil. And it really is worth your while just blending out this colour. Because it just makes the circle pop.
Yeah.
If I can just lift my head out the way, you can see it blending out here. And if you just get a bit of kitchen roll, you can take the excess off. And it really is worth your while. Just taking your time.
Is it creating a shadow?
Yes, it's creating a shadow. And also sometimes it just makes everything pop. It means because that white card is onto white card, it just makes it more of a statement. And for some people, they may say, well, I don't see the point of that. That's a personal choice. Don't forget, not everybody's going to like what you do. Art is subjective.
Yeah.
As long as you've enjoyed creating it, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So I've enjoyed creating this.
I've enjoyed watching it.
But it's just nice and calm. So sometimes it's nice when you're not quite so frantic, just to enjoy creating. And I love not rushing this process. And we're actually going to do this as a workshop, you see, so I will be adding more bits.
Oh, great stuff.
Just to make it a little bit more, even more interesting. So I'm just adding the shading around here. And I'm just taking my time, Alex, because I know that I've done my demos as well.
Still got 10 minutes.
Oh, crikey. So I'm just adding that shading, like so.
Yeah.
And then I just think it's important sometimes that when customers have spent the pennies, that it's important that you show them how to finish a project properly and completely without rushing the process. And that just makes it pop for me. And this, when I'm at home, this is what I spend time doing. I don't rush what I'm doing. And then I want to add another little clip here. I'm now looking for my glue. I can't find anything. Everything's all merged into one. So I'm just going to add another clip here. You see, and I love these little details like this little, the PQR.
Yeah.
That little detail, and the fact that you can see this behind here. Now, for me, these clips need a little bit of paint colour.
Okay.
So they need a little bit of that paint colour. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go, yes, I'm going to go with the turquoise. I often talk to myself as well.
Oh, it's all good. I talk to myself.
I'm terrible. I always talk to myself.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yes, no.
Yeah.
I'm terrible.
My cat looks at me weird. She's like...
Yeah, my two dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in lockdown, because I've had nobody to talk to, I've talked to the dogs. So, trust me. You're very lucky at Hochanda that I have not lost the plot completely before I arrived here. So, you are lucky. So, I'm just picking up a touch of that paint. And what I'm going to do is add a touch of this paint to my metal embellishments. Like so. Just to add that to the background. And it's still missing something. We need some white splatters. So I just need to add some white splatters to that. It just makes everything pop.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you don't have to add too many, but it just does pop.
Yeah.
And then what we can do, you see, I'm adding a lot more details now than I am to that page.
Yeah.
But I think that's...
Hey, we've got the time. It's nice.
No, it's nice. We've got the time.
Yeah.
And also, I can finish it off completely. And it means that whoever's receiving it, it looks like you've spent the time, doesn't it? Yeah.
So I tell you what, just very quickly, let me give the details, and then we can just
touches, yes.
Yeah, we can just have the finishing touches to the end. But I do just want you to see that you can go for the complete collection, which are Tracy's fantastic stamps, all of those the stencils, and they all work together. But please make sure you're checking out your baskets. I doubt this is going to last for tomorrow. It's supposed to last. Don't forget, we do have repeats throughout the night. So it's... Oh, and we've just gone one. Limited stock on the free gift, so pretty much you need to purchase now to get your lovely free gift. It is $66.55 if you are a Freedom member. This is for your complete collection, and you can spread the cost three payments of £22.18. Check out to get your free gift, because once it's gone, it's gone. And the details on screen, 279425. Right, let's play to the end.
So what we can do as well, Alex, if we've still got a few minutes when I just put this on, we can perhaps just grab the stencils and a vertical background stamp and do a really quick background.
Sounds good to me.
I haven't planned it, but we can just do that.
Yeah, lovely.
So what we can do is just... I keep losing this glue. Everything's just in a blur. So what I'm going to do is this glue will dry clear.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to add that over there. You won't see the G and the R at the moment, but it will dry clear.
Yeah.
And that will
then you
be
see
our
it.
finished card.
Cool.
Well, it's not a card, it's going to be a page to the book.
Yeah.
So that will be finished.
That's gorgeous. Look at all that detail. It's so pleasing to look at. I just want to...
It's still fresh as well, isn't it? It doesn't, you know, I know we like layers and everything, but it doesn't always have to be grungy. It can be fresh, it can be bright.
I agree. Yeah, if you don't mind doing a little...
Let's just go with the flow, as if we're just playing.
Yeah, in our craft rooms at home.
In our craft room. So what we can do, let's start with the big stencil that I now can't find. There we go. So sometimes what I do when I'm at home, if I don't know where to start with a stencil or a stamp, So when Ab sent me this stencil, I wanted to see what it looked like with the basic of techniques.
Yeah.
So that's what I always do. So what I always do is I always grab my Distress Oxides or my Distress Inks, and I always use them in a simple way, just to see what the potential of the stencils is.
Yeah.
So what I do is I just apply, and as you can see, my stencil is well loved.
Yeah.
Already. Abs was mortified when he saw it. He's like, what have you done to your stencil? Already well used.
Yeah. That's because you love it.
I love it. I'm using ripe persimmon and I'm using candied apple. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to spritz that with water. So I always do this if I'm testing a stencil out, just to see what it looks like. So we'll just allow that to sit on there. Just a bit of kitchen roll.
Do you know, when I look at that, because you've used green on it, and I can see, like, you could make stylised Christmas trees.
I've look at this.
Why, have you already done one? Am I psychic?
I've already done a tree there.
I see, there you go. The power, it's the power of the mind. Look at that, that's really cool.
So
I
we've
love
already
that.
done a tree with the triangle.
Nice.
Which I'll demo. Yeah, so we've already done that. Because I thought it was a perfect tree.
Yeah.
I thought it was a perfect tree. So sometimes when I'm at home, I just play with the stencils. And as you can see, you've already got a beautiful background.
Yeah.
So what you can do then is take another piece of card. We can use that. So you can make basic, clean and simple cards if you want. You don't always have to make something that's too overcomplicated.
Yeah.
Just make something simple and get used to your products. I'd always suggest that when you first buy your products, get them home and do something really simple. Because that, once you start creating, that gets you going.
Yeah.
That gets your mood flowing. So I always like doing that. So I've got two backgrounds which I'll use. I'll probably send them to the person that wins the pages anyway, because it's probably better that way. So we'll just give that a dry.
Okay. We've got about 3 minutes.
Okay.
It's
just to show that, you know, you can just gently play along.
Yeah.
You don't have to stress about having a full sample. You can just play with your backgrounds. And what we can do is we can use this stamp set from the Wellingtons, which I can never make my mind up which is the right way.
Yeah.
I obviously can't decide. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to add a little bit of stamping. So I'm going to add some stamping to the background. And this is just one element from the Wellingtons. You know, we might not finish this, but it just shows you what you can do.
Yeah, have a play. Having
a play with your backgrounds and just playing around with what you've got. You don't have to do anything too complicated. And I'm just adding some of the stamp detail. And what you could do is you could mask those triangles off.
Yeah.
So they just stamped in the triangles if you wanted. And then what we can do is this leaf we stamped in the first show. So let's not waste it.
Okay.
It doesn't take me long to cut out. So we can just add this leaf. How long have we got now, Alex?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Let's just... I think it's nice just sometimes for creatives to see that there isn't always a plan. Sometimes you can just play and go with the flow.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is adding the leaf. And this is how I go. When I get new stamps, I play around like this. So what I want now is this leaf. So this is the black.
Oh, that looks so effective with that, the black onto that background.
And it was showing everybody that you could get two different looks.
Yeah.
With the set, and this is only part of the Wellingtons. It's not even the Wellingtons. It's just the leaf.
Yeah.
So I know we're running out of time.
Don't worry, no rush.
Just so that you can see.
I think everybody at home is they love your demo, so you know.
So kind. So what you can do is just imagine your leaf here.
Oh, nice.
Like so. So you'd put that one down first. You'd put that one down second. And then you would add your sentiment, dance in the breeze. And what I would probably do is add, have I got any circles here? So what you can also do is take your circle, so take your dance in the breeze, add your circle behind, like so. We must be getting down to seconds now. But it's just to show people that you don't have to use everything in the whole collection. You could just do dance in the breeze. You could even add the two circles if you wanted. Dance in the breeze and some white splatters.
That's
Put it on a black
frame,
black mount, just like so.
Yeah.
And you you could have a clean and simple card.
And how quick was that
yeah,
too?
and it's not a plan.
No.
It's just to show people, beginners mainly, that when you're frightened of your products, just play.
Yeah.
Just play.
Thank you, Tracy. I have so enjoyed this hour, and I know you have at home, and you basically, I just want to go home and craft now. I'm itching to do it. The details one more time then. The majority of you, of course, are going for the complete collection where you get all of these wonderful stamps by Tracy, and then you're going to get the fab, like geometric stamps and stencils, I should say, by ABS. And it is on FlexiBuy and on Freedom. It's what we call a why not deal. 3 payments of just £22.18, and you're getting a lot for your money here, and you've seen how fun this is to play. 279425 is the item number. Now, most likely your free gift is going to sell out overnight. There's not many at all, so please make sure you're making your purchase literally now in order to get this. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Thanks, Alex. I've enjoyed myself.
Love it. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yes, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock.
8 a.m. We'll see you after this break. Coming up next, it is Welcome to the Weekend. It's the first time I've done this one. And then, of course, you can watch this lovely show all over again into the evening. And after that, we've got another happy hour for you.
Now, it's really good to have your company and to let you know that there have been a few little changes here at Hochanda. For a short while, we weren't able to ship over to America, so that meant that you were missing out on all of those wonderful goodies that we're able to bring to you here at Hochanda. Well, good news, we have resumed those orders coming to you overseas. COVID-19 meant that we couldn't fly them out to you, but of course that has changed. But something I do need to let you know is that sadly we've had to increase that post and packing per item. So it's gone up to $12.95, unfortunately. But good news, Freedom membership has remained the same at $19.99. What that means is you can place an order as often as you like during that calendar month. You could even place an order every single day, and there's no minimum and no maximum to those orders either. So it gives you the opportunity to take advantage of all those fabulous deals, those wonderful opportunities that we bring you here at Hochanda, now shipping again to you out in America. So take advantage of that. Make sure you become a Freedom member though. Take advantage of that saving.
Hochanda News. We are excited to announce that our broadcast hours on Freeview have been extended to 10 p.m. each day. We know that many of you were missing our live shows in the evening, and we can't wait to see you there.
Hello, I'm Hayley, and you might have seen me presenting here at Hochanda. Well, I've always been an avid crafter behind the scenes and have been given the opportunity to share some of my favourite products with you in a monthly show called Handmade by Hayley. So I hope you'll join me, let me inspire you, and maybe you will discover a new craft in the process.
Hi, I'm Ali from Ali Stitch Your Fingers. I've been sewing most of my life. I absolutely love sewing. I've been with the Hochanda now from the very beginning, really. That's when I started to go there. The Hochanda family are lovely people to work with, and I'm really enjoying my time with them. Designing is a big part of the journey for me as well. I love going out and finding the fabrics to use in the projects and bringing them to you. I love the designing process from start to finish, and then the finished project is just the icing on the cake. So make sure you don't miss out. Come and sew with me on Hochanda.
I am Matthew Palmer, professional artist with the SAA, the UK's largest and friendliest art community. The SAA exists to inform, encourage and inspire all who want to paint, and that's exactly what you'll learn to do with me as your teacher. As a self-taught artist of 30 years ago, I know the challenges of a white piece of paper and learning how to paint. But with me, Hochanda and the SAA, I'll show you how easy watercolour painting really is. I'm here on Hochanda because I want to show you my watercolour painting techniques, and I want to get you over that white paper fear and get you started and develop your watercolour painting. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced artist, I've got some fantastic watercolour techniques that will get you started and take you even further on your watercolour journey. So join me, Matthew Palmer, for my shows on Hochanda.
Takes me back to my musical theatre days. Right, this is my first welcome to the weekend. I think this format has been going about 6 weeks or so now. I've got the tablet. I'd love you to just come and have a chat. Don't you think Tracy's demos are just so superb? I was saying to Tracy just in this last break that she really inspires me, and I'm serious when I say I kind of want to get this show out of the way so I can go home and do some more crafting, right? But I love the way that she also explains how everything goes together. I just love it. So anyway, come and keep me company. We can have a chat about anything you like, really. Well, we'll keep it clean. We'll keep it clean. Now, with the welcome to the weekend, not only do we have some great happy hours, but we're kind of giving you a special preview of what's literally coming up over the next couple of days. Also, it means that you get a crafty treat because you can get ahead on certain items just for this hour at the special prices before anybody else does. So you see, if somebody else has gone out or doing whatever they're doing, you get a chance to see this. Now, this is tomorrow's one-day special that will be launching at 6 p.m. However, we have dropped the price to the one-day special price that will be tomorrow now. But you've only got it at this price for this hour. So it's a little sneaky peek. It's a treat that you're staying with us at 9 o'clock, because I appreciate it's quite late, at 9 o'clock on Hochanda. We've also got some other previews of some other things that are coming up over the week hour, the week hour. What was that, Katie? Oh, we have new suppliers coming up the weekend. Don't you just love all these new suppliers as well? It's really cool. Yeah, so do keep me company. I don't think I can comment myself on here, but of course I can have a little chat to you. Let me know if you actually just bought the one-day special. Ah, there we go. Hello, Moira. Hello, Donna. We've got you on there. I'm sure lots of other people will be joining in really, really soon. Let me know what you've been up to today. Have you been crafting? Have you been enjoying the weather? Because it's been warm. It's been a nice day. I think when I leave here in an hour, I think it's still going to be warm when I go outside. So do have a little play on the on your tablets and let's have a chat. Shall we see then this sneak peek of the one-day special that we're getting? And our lovely Lou Sims is coming in to demo this. We've got a really good Ranger range. Now I'm just going to come. Oh, right, we're having a look. Right, we've got some fabulous stencils. So we've got this one here. That's quite funky. It reminds me of, you know, spades on cards, but like in a really jazzy way. And then we've got masks, basically a mask and a stencil. That's cool. Do you know, it almost looks slightly like an illusion because it sort of looks curved a little bit. And then what else are we going for? Right, we've got 3 texture pastes. Look at these. Right, so you've got your matte, your transparent and your gloss. And if you're not sure how these work, I'm sure that Lou is going to demo them all so you get an idea of the different effects that you can create. Ah, now liquid pearls. I love liquid pearls. Well, I mean, just I love anything pearlescent, I love anything glitzy, I love anything that's got a sheen to it. So you're getting these and you can create those lovely domed effect. In fact, shall I have a little play? Why not, she says. Let me grab a piece of card off here. I will be back, I will be back. Shall we see? This is where I do this terribly wrong. Oh, dear we are. Oh, Moira's saying, and Donna is saying, yes, flying ants. Now, apparently it just happened. I don't know if this is true. It happens on just one day, but there's certainly, you know, time of the year that they all come flying out. Ooh. Hello, Alan. Right, let's have a little go. Oh, look at that pearlescence. I love doing that. And can you see it redomes itself? Ooh, this is cool. This is cool. This is just part of your one-day special. So there's that lovely gold. What else have we got here? And here is the silver. Let's have a little go with this one. I'm naughty because these are new. Oh, hang on. There we go. And then one more we got here. And hang on then, let's do one more. What colour is this one? The white. The white. Oh, look at that. That's a lovely shiny white. Not just those though, of course. You can't really see the white on white, but you're also getting, what's this one in the middle? What's this one? Acrylic paint in the sterling silver. Right, so, the last thing I want to do is knock the tablet off. Right, this is your sneak peek of the one-day special that is launching tomorrow at 6 p.m. We're giving you that £8 saving now, but only for this hour, and then it's going to reset and go back up in price until tomorrow. £39.84 is your price, or you can spread the cost on FlexiBuy, 290355. Yeah, 2 payments of £19.92. Right, we've also got, I'm so excited we're getting the craft alongs back. This makes me very happy. This is going to be with our lovely Leslie. When is it, did you say? 16th of August, and it's those lovely 2-hour craft alongs where, you know, we're not really, you'll have bought the products previously, and then you can enjoy the demos, and literally, like it says on the tin, you can craft along. Hello again for everybody that is joining me on Facebook. Nice to see you this evening. Nice to see you. I thank you. I hope you all did that at home. Now, something else for you to check out in your basket. These are your happy hour deals. You've just got them at this price for the hour. We have got, these are the lovely designs by Julie Hickey. You have got the wonderful Heartfelt Blooms stamp sets. You've got 15 stamps on here in total. They're nice because they're quite doodly, aren't they? Alan's just gone, nice. Yay, you're with me there, Alan. So you've got those wonderful stamps. They're nice size, aren't they? But you've also got some of the dies to coordinate, which always makes me very happy. There's nothing wrong with fussy cutting. Nothing wrong with fussy cutting at all, but sometimes it's nice to have the dies. Now, half the stock of this has gone already. We've only just flashed them up. £9.98, and it's got a £7.50 saving until the end of the hour. Here we go. Look, we've got some really sweet cards. Nice. Look at these. It sort of looks like little hearts. Little hearts here. Love the doodly leaves. Very pretty to someone special. This is nice because it's added some lovely gems in the centre. I love doing that. These ones remind me of sweets that you used to get. Do you remember? Obviously not edible. But then you've got those lovely doodly designs here. And then we've got another one. I really like the way this has been coloured. Check this out. And hang on, I believe it opens. Oh, is it upside down? Oh, yes, sorry. Oh, look how lovely that is. What a beautiful finished sample. Isn't that nice? That's a real mantelpiece pleaser, as I like to say. It's been beautifully coloured. I like, actually, the white space around the edges, and then you go into the pop of colour. I think that's fabulous. £9.98, as I said, £7.50 saving, 811259 is your item number. So, have we got, is it Karen? Karen, you're asking, any idea when our Tracy is having a craft along? I don't know. We need to ask her because I was fortunate enough to do, in fact, my first craft along when I came back to Hochanda was with Tracy, and I had an absolute blast. It was brilliant. So we need to ask her, don't we? Because that would be marvellous. Right, next then, this is watercolour panels, and you're getting the envelopes. Really good size. It's 105 by 297 millimetres. Oh, these are 300 GSM, and you can see the lovely watercolour texture. 300 GSM, that's great, because that's going to really take your watercolours well without buckling. You also get your envelopes. Well, how many do we get then? 50 sets, it says. So I'm assuming, right, yeah, 50 panels and 50 envelopes. Do you know what these would be good for? Our watercolour cards in this size. Is I'm thinking, obviously you could fold them in half, but these would be really nice. Maybe if you're doing some of Matthew Palmer's lovely images, just lovely little watercolour cards to send to people. Yeah, I like that idea. But really good. It's a different size. This saves you then from, you know, having to cut down your own cardstock. I like it when it's been pre-cut for you. And it's £9.99 with an £11 saving, 012688. This is different. Now, this is where we come along to personalising. You can choose any 4. I thought for a minute, because I was reading the AB, and I thought, is that going to spell ABBA? But it doesn't. Maybe you're a big fan of ABBA, or other bands are available wearing amazing outfits. Just anyway. Actually, do you know how many? I have been in quite a few shows where there was always an ABBA medley. It's like a real crowd pleaser, real crowd pleasers. And I just remember the costumes that I had to wear. Wow, the flares, the spandex, the sequins. Right, if you would like to personalise, you can get these. Pick and mix, you choose any 4. Obviously, you can double up on letters. But I think it's nice to personalise. Hang on, I've just seen this. Alex is now very happy. Yeah, just get 4 of those. I know, if you know me well, you know I love stuff like this. I've got some fabulous Halloween projects that I want to work on. So it's not just letters then, we've got some angels. If you want to go Christmas, we've got snowman. What's he holding? Do you think that's a broom? Yeah, you reckon that's a broom? Is that to sweep himself up when he melts? Who knows? If you run a B&B, you can put ladies and gents on the toilet doors if you want. Oh, we've also got hearts. Oh, right, so we've got a heart with an aperture and a solid heart. Do you remember the retro where you used to put in your car, something was ear and all of that sort of thing? There used to be the stickers. Do that with these in your home. Put that across the parcel shelf. I was here, now I'm there, because you've driven off a bit. It's 9 o'clock. Right, these will take lots of your different mediums. Obviously, you can paint onto them, you can spritz onto them, you can maybe get your rice papers or decoupage papers, but they're very, very good. And they're a nice large size, nice focal point. I know a lot of people put these on their windowsills with something personal. £9.99, £3 saving, and it's 808950. And just to reiterate, you're choosing any 4 on your pick and mix. And moving along. I say this every time. I need some red liner tape, and I'm always on air when it's on offer. Why is this? Why? You've got 60 metres in total. Wow, that's good. 12 rolls, and they are different sizes, 3 mil, 6, 9 and 12. Wonderful for your construction, and a huge saving of £27. I know I mentioned this a lot, but I do really, really like making gift boxes. I've been making even more, and I was annoyed because I didn't quite get a chance to finish it, because I love posting on my Facebook page. If you want to have a look at what I've made, Alex Turchin at Hochanda.com, somewhere on Facebook, something like that. Something like that. I don't really do Instagram. I should get into it, but just Facebook. Don't really do Twitter either, just Facebook, other platforms available, of course. But yeah, I hadn't quite finished making my gift box, but I so wanted to put it on there. But next time I'm home, which is in 6 days' time, I'll finish it off and pop it on there. But the red liner tape I would not be without, and I am seriously running out because I've been making so many boxes. £10.20 only until the end of the hour, £27 saving, 330730. Right, so Karen, you're asking, are these paper mache, our lovely letters? Do we know? I don't think they're paper mache, but they're not MDF either. I'd go more towards it's like paper mache, but it's because it's very, very lightweight. I don't know if that's going to help you, but it's not MDF. Right, I don't know why I'm doing that. It's not going to rattle. Dear me. Then we have got these lovely leather swatches. You'll get 12 pieces and they're all 6 by 6 inches. They're 100% leather, and what you get is an assortment of lovely colours. I'd like to see what people have been doing with these. Obviously, you can use them in your mixed media projects. I do go on about this, but there is something that I do like. It's quite retro about putting a leather patch on your elbows of the sleeve of your jacket. I think that's cool. It could be actually that you've made a bag and you want just a leather pocket at the front, because that's a good size for a pocket. You might get some tan that's got a little bit of a suede feel to it. And look at this, that lovely, again, nice brown. We've got some chocolatey colours. We've got this one that's like a breathable leather. Can you see the little holes in there? You might get a blue suede shoes. There's a little bit of black, and there's some, I would call that jade colour, I would. And then you've got a bit of grey and a little bit of your, oh, what do you call that, taupe. Big saving, £33 saving. It's £16.99, 162766. What else are we saying? Oh, right, so Moira, you're saying about you just had a lovely meal out, but everyone was wearing masks. Do you know, today I've been a bit on and off wearing masks because it does feel a bit weird, but now that obviously we've got to do this in the shops, I've been trying to get used to it, but I do think it's going to take a little bit of time. But you know what, if it's going to keep us all a bit more safe, then yeah, but it is a bit odd, isn't it? It is a bit odd. Yeah, Kirsty's nodding at me as well. You've just got to get used to it. Right, do apologise as well because I've got a little bit of a scratchy throat. Nothing to worry about. With this is a job lot, a kilogram of fantastic shapes. They will be assorted. Is this Crafty? Yes, it's Crafty Devils. I'm going to get a few out. Very useful because you could make this, you get a couple of these, you could make this into a bit of a 3D shaker card or shaker MDF. And you might get some rectangles. You might get some pieces that have already got a bit of an etched design onto them. These are like coasters. This one, there is a name for this shape and I cannot remember. A school was a long time ago and I didn't listen anyway. I used to get told off because I was always staring out the window daydreaming. That used to be what I did. Rooftops, that's because that's all I can ever see. Oh, what was this? Are you going to wear Janice's craft moustache, Alex? I do not know what this is. Thank you, Alan. I'm going to need to find out. All right, I will message Janice and say, what on earth is this craft moustache? I don't know. Is it with some of the material? No idea. What? Little craft moustache? Maybe it was that? Or I'm going to have to message her tomorrow and say, what is this about? You can't really have one like that. Oh, somebody's been sticking things together. So I'll have to find out. I have to find out what this is. Right, you've got some nice pieces like that. There's loads in here. I mean, look at this. With a lot of these pieces, I get them to practice techniques on before I go to my actual MDF projects that are like, you know, kits that are making a scene, because I don't want to ruin my lovely project. So yeah, I like to have a little practice, stamp and emboss onto them. Just make sure I've got the right colour of embossing powder. You might get some tags, some shapes like this. Little rummage, more circles. Some of them will have some holes drilled in so that you can pop some string through. There's just tons in here. Look at all of these. Oh, right, I'm not going to take them all out because poor Kirsty's got to put them all back. You don't get the bowl, obvs. You've got a £10 saving. It's £9.99 only until the end of the hour. It's 709468. White gecko. Look at this material. What is it? A laundry basket table runner. Oh, how nice is... Look at the fabrics that you're getting. These are plush. I'm just going to come around the side a little bit. Hang on. I think I've actually got a sample, maybe. Beautiful colours. You know I love colours like this. Your plums, some lighter colours. Look at the mauves. Bit of an orangey red. Some purples. We go into some blue. These are gorgeous colours, aren't they? And then there's a pop of green underneath. Oh, it looks like you've got a bit of backing there. Beautiful. And can I just point out the thread? That is posh. That is plush. I'd love a pair of curtains in that colour. Or, do you know the old-fashioned sofas? There was a craze when they were all this maroon colour, and they look like you'd often see them in studies that looked really posh. The voices in my head aren't answering, so clearly they don't. Let's have a look at this then. Is this? Do we think it is? Oh, okay. Oh, very nice. That's cool, isn't it? I like the patterns on there. It's really lovely with the florals. It's quite happy, isn't it? I like the undulation. Oh, that's a big word for me. The undulation of the designs. Very nice. Let's have a look at the I think I've got the instructions here. And hopefully it is very easy for you to follow. Right, sorry, I was just having a read. Sorry, let me share. It gives you a how-to. It says it's very versatile. Lovely. It tells you how to do all the leaves and the flowers. You'll get the templates. You get templates, full instructions. Very nice indeed. Let me put this back properly. £25.95, and you've got that £10 saving as your happy hour. 531132. What have we got next? Okay, you are getting 2 of these bobbin boxes. I have to say, I love that they're neon. You're not going to lose those, are you? I like the neon because I like bright. How many in total did we say? Right, each one contains 50 spools, so you're going to get obviously 100 in total. They're in this very nice wrappable box if you want to give them as a gift. That's cool, isn't it? £11.99 with a £4 saving. You could have, because there's so many in here, one for you and one for a friend or a family member, just to spread it out a little bit. You could actually, because you might not need all of those, you could use these on your mixed media projects. I like little things like that, just something a bit different. £11.99, 755 779. Next, let's have a look at the website for all of our happy hour deals and also our 7-day savers, which run out in just over a day, I think. They will run out at 8 a.m. Well, not literally run out, I mean they'll go back up in price at 8 a.m. on Sunday morning, and that's when we'll launch the brand new 7-day savers. Cool. What's everybody saying? Just having a little read. Oh, it's so nice that you all have a chat online. I really like this. We've got such a good community, haven't we? There you go. Okay, we have got Sunday night's one-day special. This is going to be guested by our Leonie, and again we're talking AALL Create here. Of course, it's still the 3rd birthday celebrations all weekend. Do you know I actually did Abs's screen test, the very first screen test, and now he's absolutely soaring. He's just brilliant, isn't he? And of course Tracy's brilliant. So this will be the one-day special on Sunday. Again, this is a sneak peek It's a sneak peek. We've dropped the price to the one-day special price just for this hour to give you the chance to get it before anybody else with the £7 saving. These are so fun. Look how quirky they are. I make things. What's that say? They celebrate. Look, I love the look, their little googly eyes. I love their outfits. Oh, we've got some party hats. Oh, look at the cowboy. Yes, he's adorable. And you've got the cacti. What's that say? Blaze, was that blaze your own trail? Possibly. And then, can we have another look at these first ones? Yeah. Oh, we love them. Oh, I love the one that's lying down. He's rolling around. Bad to the bone. Bad. Remember that song? Brilliant song. Dogs are miracles. Hang on. What's this say? Dogs are miracle. Oh, it's got the sticker over it. Hang on. Dogs are miracles with paws. And there's life is rough on here. It's cute. So you've got your lovely dogs. What's the one in the centre? Oh, she's another lovely quirky character. Oh, I have to say, I like her lipstick. Oh, do you know what? This is what a lovely community we've got here. Now, no joke, I wasn't fishing at all. This was maybe a week or 2 weeks ago. And our lovely Barbara Gray was Skyping in. And I think she's on tomorrow or the next day, actually. Was Skyping in. And I just happened to say, I love your lipstick, really suits you. She's only gone and bless her, she's bought me one and put it in the post. I thought that was just, she's adorable. She's so lovely. I was just, oh, that was so nice. Anyway, I digress. It's because that lovely lady there, she's got lovely heart lips. And you can imagine colouring them in a bright lipstick colour. And then the final one, just to have one more look at, is we've got a fabulous background stamp with, well, I mean, it's so detailed though, isn't it? You have got all of those different numbers, different sizes. So this is a really good one-day special. Again, just to say, because you might be new to Welcome to the Weekend, and this is a relatively new format, we are giving you a sneak peek of the one-day special. We've done it for tomorrow, and now this is for Sunday's one-day special, where we've dropped the price to what it will be at launch this hour, and for this hour only, so you can get ahead. Because sometimes, I mean, one-day specials, we've known them to sell out the first live hour. This is when you can get it. With that £7 saving, item number is 042248. Right, just while because I've got that little scratchy throat, just while I take a little sip of water, what we're going to do is tell you a little bit about Freedom, becoming a Freedom member, because you might have been channel hopping and think, oh, I'd love to get into crafting, but, you know, being a member has lots of benefits. So here is Janice to tell you more.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just a £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And do you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom members discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there. I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have. Yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website, quoting the item number 888 So, don't forget you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and members newsletter. What are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
Now we've got another sneaky peek for you, because these fabulous groovy plates are coming up tomorrow at 11 a.m. And I believe Paul Church is going to be Skyping in, hopefully. Now these are plates, groovy plates by Linda Williams. And I love this because you're going to be able to make fabulous 3D projects. You don't have to make 3D projects though, because obviously with the Groovy system, you can just take elements like, look, a little face like that on a card would be great. But if you love to make your gift boxes, which I know I go on about because I do, then this is going to be brilliant because it's set out for you. Let me just tilt this forward. We've got a bit of glare on there. Oh, we can make him a snowy owl. He's cute. Now, of course, you could just use the borders. Got a nice geometric border. You've also got Merry Christmas and Happy Christmas. If you don't want him to have the hat, you don't have to. That's the beauty, isn't it, of our Groovy system. You can completely mix and match, which means the possibilities are absolutely endless. So you don't have to put the eyelashes on. You could just do him with round googly eyes. You don't have to put the snowflakes on his chest. It's just there for you as an option. But then look, oh, he's gorgeous. Look at the detail. Look at that with his little flappy wings. I love his little feet. He's got his snowflakes on. He looks very nice and warm with his scarf. Lovely colours. It's been coloured beautifully. And if I can just wiggle him a little bit, little gemstones for the eyes. I love the detail on his little wings. That is adorable. Oh, and on the back. Look at his tail. Adorable. We've got another one here. Let's leave him sat. And he's got a different hat on. You could get a little bit of fluffy stuff maybe on there as long as it's not too damp. He's got stars on his wings or her wings. And then on the back, I like this. All I want for Christmas is you. That's sweet. I love that. Look at their little faces, but you can pop tiny little gifts in there. It could be some jewellery. You could pop some jewellery in here. Very nice. We've got some cards. Wow, the eyes have been made to look really real. Look how the eyes have been coloured. Look at that, is amazing colouring just on the eyes. And lovely glitter on there. He or she is absolutely beautiful. I love the monochromatic look. And then I think because it's just the eyes that are coloured, it just really, really draws your eye in. And then another beautiful sample that's been sent in with our lovely owl. He's more traditional colours. I love the greens. I think that really ties in beautifully. Great bit of white work going on, especially on his eyes and on that little, not pom-pom, or is it a pom-pom? Yeah, it probably is. Now, with this sneak peek, you've got that £8 saving. It's £19.98. And it's 280677. Now, coming back to our 7-day savers, you haven't got long to get them. They're going to be going back up in price in a day and a bit, something like that. Now, this is an assortment of your cardstock. Colours may vary, and it runs from 160 to 320 GSM in weight, and you'll get 200 sheets in total. I've just seen the saving here. £50 saving. This is absolutely huge. Great value for money, don't you think, at £9.99. Of course, if you're a Freedom member, you're also quids in because your postage is already covered. I mean, look, I had that in the studio live, and when I was picking it up, it was weighty. You don't want to be paying your postage for that. So, yeah, if you're a Freedom member, you're covered. 094412 is the item number. Next then, we're going for a little bit of grey board. 25 sheets, great for your mixed media projects. They're 30 by 30 centimetres in measurement. This has got a £23 saving. It's £14.99 and it's 2,300 micron, which means it's really nice and thick, really nice and heavy. 313468. And then next up we have got some thread. This is by Coates Moon. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Here she goes. Sorry. I've got hand sanitizer, it's fine. Right, this has got £30 off. I hope I didn't deafen you then. My hay fever has been really playing me up. £19.99 with that £30 saving, 344871. Contents may vary. Now, this is another little sneak peek preview of what's coming up at the weekend. Tomorrow we're going to be joined by Elaine at 5 p.m. and you know me, love my stitching. I've been doing some cross stitch today actually. I'm working on, surprise, surprise, I'm working on a skull. It is a sugar skull. Anyway, I digress. Let's have a look at what you're getting here. So you've got your fabulous pattern. Look, there you are, that fabulous pattern. The heart picture. Punch needle embroidery kit. Oh, this is something a little bit different. Oh, this will be really interesting to watch because I haven't done anything like this in terms of your sewing. Skeins of threads. Let's look at those lovely colours. Light colours, peaches, taupe. Oh, I can't go that quick. You've got that nice dusty pink and you've got that lovely sort of sage green. So this is, I believe, the actual punch needle tool. Space, and it has a spacer bead added, and this adjusts the needle to the correct length. I'm really interested to see that. And of course you get your fabric, which feels lovely and soft, plus the hoop. I've got so many embroidery hoops, but I don't think you can have too many. Also, of course, with your hoops, not just functional, because once you've finished your piece, a lot of people just like to leave them in the hoops and hang the hoop on the wall, which I quite like. But yeah, I'm really interested to see this. Let's have a look. And contains your pattern, instruction sheet, embroidery floss, of course, fabric. You will get some transfer paper. So it'll show you how you do your punch needle. I really don't think I've seen this. Yeah. So this is coming up at 5 p.m. tomorrow. It's £19.99 for your kit, 531714. Now, also just to say that we can deliver to you, here we go, out in the States. So you can have international postage and freedom costs, $19.99 per month if you sign up today. And your benefits, you'll get unlimited standard delivery, no contracts, exclusive discounts, monthly newsletter, your members badge. So why not? Oh, sorry, hang on. Is it $12.95? $12.95 for your standard delivery per item. Or, oh, of course, no, because we don't want you to pay per item, which is your $12.95. If you sign up, basically for $19.99, then your month is covered. Right, sorry, let me clear that up. It's been a while since I've talked about that for a little bit. Now, of course, you can join if you're in Europe. And you need to quote item number 88888, and then we'll set you up. So look at all these places we deliver to: Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Gibraltar, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Luxembourg. I feel like this is Eurovision. Malta, Monaco, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, England, nil point. Oh, but hang on, no, England, obviously this is in euros now for you, so this is €14.97 per month, and then you get that. Lovely. Right, this is going to be interesting. Okay, we are going to be joined by a lady called Amanda. Granny Gothard's is the product, I should say, and it's ice cream. We can make ice cream. So this is Sunday at 5 p.m. You're going to get your kit with all your ingredients. And it is, I think you're picking any two. Now, I did have, but I don't know where it's gone, I did have a bit of information that was printed out for me. Anyway, we've got some Madagascan vanilla, honeycomb crunch, marvellous, and Belgian chocolate. Hang on, I'm just going to grab this because, yeah, I printed some stuff out. What did we say here? Let's see. Right. So, for example, in the Belgian chocolate one, you're going to get your Belgian chocolate, your sugar mix, you've got recipe card, you've got serving pots. Oh, this is going to be good. So you can make your own totally natural ice cream at home without having to use an ice cream machine. With over a decade of ice cream making experience, the team at Granny Gothard's got together to create this amazing ice cream kit so you can enjoy homemade natural ice cream to share with family and friends. Oh my word. Okay, let's see. I hope there's stuff in the kit. Oh, Belgian chocolates. I am actually salivating. Sorry, Hannah. What do we get in here? So you've got your lovely like instruction card. Oh, it says let the magic begin. Oh, I'm so hungry for chocolate right now. Look, you've got your chocolate buttons there. Oh no, is it? Oh, but it's not open. Oh, it's sealed and I'm not allowed. I won't. Kirsty's going to, she's looking at me. She's gonna, oh, don't open it. Secret sugar mix. Yeah. Ooh. So you get 2 of those secret sugar mixes. And you get in all of the, oh, look, it's like it's like really professional, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Oh, do you know what a lot of people have been doing? You know our lovely Scott and Fee? If you follow them on Facebook, they have been having their own movie nights with their 2 kids. And I remember having a read, and basically the one night that their 2 children actually handed out ice cream, like the vendors that we used to come around in the cinemas and hand them out, you know, with the little tray with the ribbon, and they've been doing that. You could do this yourself at home. How excited am I getting right now? I'm not going to be able to sleep now because I'm making myself really hyper. But this is cool. So you've got your pick and mix. You can go for, let me get this right, you've got your chocolate, there's the honeycomb, and there's that, I think it's Madagascan vanilla. Nom, nom, nom. £44.90 for the 2 kits. I'm seriously tempted. I'm going to watch in the green room. So I think Amanda's Skyping in, I think, and she's going to show us how to make this. But obviously you'll get full instructions. Oh. 235023 is your item number. Here's the website. Here we go, just so you can see our other happy hours that we'll just have a quick recap of, because you've got 20 minutes remaining to get your lovely goodies. But it's been really nice. It's been really, really nice seeing you on Facebook Live and keeping us all company. And I love that you all have a nice chat together. It's gorgeous. Right, happy hours, 20 minutes remaining to get them. We're starting with Julie Hickey Designs. This is approaching limited stock. You have got that £7.50 saving. Oh, it has now gone limited. Will it sell out before it goes up in price? We shall see. You've got here gorgeous stamps. They're a really lovely size. You know, a really nice size just to make a lovely thank you card, something like that. They've got the nice doodle effect in them. Yeah, look at that. I love that doodle effect. Great for colouring in once you've stamped them, or of course embossing. But then what I really like is you've got the dies that, so that you're not having to fussy cut. As I said, there's nothing wrong with fussy cutting, but it just saves the faff. We have some samples. Let's open this one up. This is a really lovely card, isn't it? Mantelpiece pleaser. And it's been coloured beautifully, but at the same time, I love the monochromatic look around the borders. And then this one doesn't say who they're by. We've got a lovely one with the, see, that's a really nice, nice thank you card, isn't it? Love the nice neutral tones on this. Of course, you can decoupage them up. Look, because that's pretty. And they've got like the petals have a really nice heart shape to them. To someone special. We haven't got many left of these stamps at all. Right now you're getting 15 stamps and 12 dies for under £10, £9.98, 811259. Then we're coming along to watercolour cardstock, and this is, I like the size of these. They're just a bit different, saves you chopping them down. Sometimes I get a little bit bored of getting my trimmer out and everything. And do you know what I'm finding with some of my trimmers? I think I need to get a new one because they're going wonky, and I don't know why. It could be my technique, but so if you've got them already pre-cut, it's not going to annoy you. So, because when I'm matting and layering, I'm like, it's this much out. It really annoys me. So, pre-done for you. 300 GSM, a really nice weight of cardstock. So you're getting 50 of these and then 50 of your envelopes. Good batch there. I mean, these are your consumables. We want to top up on your crafty stash. £11 saving. It's just £9.99, 012688. And then we have got these, which means you're gonna personalise, aren't you? I don't know what sort of things you're gonna put. A lot of people go for the word love, don't they? Or home, or people like spelling names. Oh, this is a nice idea. You know, because you know how we're starting to, we can have weddings now. Finally, they're back on. You know, like Mr. and Mrs. or an initial, or just literally greetings of all sorts. Yep, there is an and. We've got the and down here, so you can definitely put them together, like so. They are lightweight, very lightweight. In fact, I would say, even though they're quite large, I reckon they would still even fit on a card and hopefully not topple the card over. You're probably not going to want to post that though, because it's quite thick and we don't want to put your postage up in terms of if you're sending a gift to a friend. You could box them though, maybe. You are fine to get 2 of the same letter, of course. You know, a couple of vowels. Actually, I love watching that programme. 8 letters you're allowed to choose. No, 9 letters. No, it's 9. Yeah, vowels, consonants. Do you remember? I bet you the voices in my head don't remember. I'll have a pea, please, Bob. No, they don't remember. There was a brilliant programme called Blockbuster, other names of programmes available, and that used to be really good to watch. No, yes. Has somebody spelled out nope? Or, oh no, it's not. Nop. Now, as well as your letters, you've got some fab shapes. So you've got a heart here. You could attach a piece of string to this and then maybe hang it up as a nice piece of home decor. So we've got hearts with an aperture. You can go for a heart with no aperture. Look, this one's a funky heart. There we go. You got a funky heart. That's cute. This is either the yin or yang symbol, or it's a massive apostrophe. Or it's a fish. What else can I see in this? I don't know. Can't think of anything else. That's another no. Put a little beak on it. It's a bird. Crab claw. Do you know, I love crab. Anyway, I'm digressing again. Seafood is one of my favourite foods to eat. I should turn into a prawn. I really should. I love him. He's fab. Nice flower. But of course, these are going to take your paints, decoupage papers. I love him. If you get lots of them, you could paint them as sugar skulls and then have them as bunting. Yeah. Because the Day of the Dead stuff and sugar skulls, they're still really quite popular and really quite trendy at the moment. As I said, I am working on, pity I didn't bring it in, I am working on a sugar skull cross stitch right now. We've got little angels, that's nice for Christmas. You could do some bunting with those. So you can spritz onto them, get your acrylic paints onto them, your distress inks, maybe even a bit of watercolour, alcohol markers, decoupage papers, the choice is yours. £9.99, item number is 808950. I'm just going to get the tablet. Alan, yes, you know what programme I was talking about. It was good. Used to watch that a lot. Red liner tape. These have ended up with glitter on them. They're not going to come with glitter on yours, but I think it's probably from me because I haven't got any. Well, I haven't got any glitter, and it's a bit late to get some now. But I always do whenever I've got red liner tape and card, I'll go and do my demo of the year where I'm going to get the Crafter of the Year award with a bit of red liner tape in a strip, glitter, job done. Faux mat and layering. You have your 3, 6, 9 and 12mm rolls, 3 of each, so 12 rolls of course in total, and it's 60 metres. So this is going to keep you occupied with all of your adhesive needs. There you go. Now there's a massive saving of £27 here. It's £10.20 just for the next just over 10 minutes. 330730. And then we've got our lovely leather swatches. They're 6x6. Now this one is super, super soft. When you get this home, you're not going to stop stroking this one. That's fab. I think a lot of people like to use these to make key rings or little leather purses because they're a good size, or patches on things. It's totally up to you. Or in your mixed media, you'll get an assortment of colours. You can use either side. See, that one's a really nice suede side, or that one's your leather side. Genuine leather, 100% genuine leather. Some of them might have a like a mottled effect on them. Look at this, the blue suede. This is super soft. It's lovely. We've got this one here that's got the it's breathable. It's like breathable leather. This one's a little bit more, kind of want to crunch it up and make it quite distressed. This would be good in mixed media projects. Another, this one's like buttery soft. A good tan colour, that's got a bit of texture to it. Not tan, beige. Little bit of black leather, that again has got a little bit of texture to it. And I'm a massive fan of the mock croc look. Oh, I'll tell you what though, both sides are delicious. This is soft. I really like the green. Bit different, isn't it? So it will be an assortment of colours, but it's a great deal at 33. It's a £33 saving. It's just £16.99. Good price, 162766. Oh, we have news. Okay, the Julie Hickey's stamps and dies, they have now sold out. Thank you very much and enjoy. Lovely. Next then, we've got an assortment of MDF. You'll get some little frames, some lovely circles just to have a practice on. You can just start layering them up, building your own shapes. I think you also do get, look, you'll get some tags. You do get some smaller ones, but they've fallen right to the bottom. Let's have a little rummage. Sorry, Cursor, we'll put them back. Like little squares. You could put some, maybe, right, what you could do is a nice little picture from, let's say you've got a little snippet of a decoupage paper, and then you could maybe put some resin over the top. Or maybe even some glossy accents, make it look a bit shiny. Little diddy ones like this. And what else? Loads of shapes, which I can't remember the names to half of them. Oh, you'll get some oh no, that wasn't a diamond. There are diamonds in here somewhere. Ovals. This is a nice plaque to hang up somewhere. Here's some more of our diddy ones. There's some circles too. Some of them have the holes in, so you could make little swatches. A lot of people like to do that and then put them on key rings. Where's the diamonds? Anyway, I'm sure you will get some diamonds. Let's put these back. £10 saving. It's £9.99. And you're getting, because it's too difficult to count how many pieces, you're getting a kilogram of these lovely goodies. 709468. Right, next then, we've got the white gecko kit, and you're going to make a lovely table runner. Let's have a look through these. Again, I love the colour of this. It's just absolutely beautiful. That really rich, would you call it a claret? Should we call it that? Let's have a look through these colourways. How much do you get? Should we have a look at the size of it? These panels. Oh, hang on. So they're about that size. Yeah, lovely. And you are getting a lot of them. Hang on, let's fold this up. I know I'm terrible at folding. Sorry. We've got some greens, some lovely yellows, more deep green. That's nice. That's like a primrose, bright pop of yellow. We've got all the colours in the rainbow, really, haven't we? Deep blues. I think that's for your binding, or your whatever you call it. Forgotten the name. Really lovely. I think you also even get the backing of the fabulous what you can make. You get full instructions, and let's take a look at the finished article. It's a very happy piece. It's a really nice runner, and it's got an undulation in terms of you know, the design. It's very pretty. You'll get full instructions. I have to say, this is a nice size. Maybe this is more of a dining table, possibly. Yeah, that's very, very nice. I like the softness. It's not bright white, is it? It's like a cream, a really nice sort of satisfying cream colour. So lovely. £25.95, and that has the £10 saving. Got to be quick for that. And then last but not least, we've got our bobbin boxes. You'll get 2 of them. They are so bright, aren't they? They're neon. I would, yeah, obviously use them for your sewing projects, but also use them on a canvas, go a bit mad, mixed media. You could still paint them and change the colour. But so these are your spools, or your bobbin box, and you've got 50 spools in each one. Obviously, then you'll get 100 in total. It's £11.99, and it has that £4 saving. 755779 is the item number. Thank you very much for keeping me company. We will see you, of course, tomorrow. Well, we're playing through the night if you're watching on Sky, of course. But we will see you bright and early tomorrow. Oh, I get to do the jazzy show at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Let's see what I'm going to wear, eh? Now, if you missed the one-day special earlier, Tracy does some amazing demos, so please don't turn over, please stay with us. And then we've got another happy hour with Jelly Bean Crafts.
Now, it's really good to have your company and to let you know that there have been a few little changes here at Hochanda. For a short while, we weren't able to ship over to America, so that meant that you were missing out on all of those wonderful goodies that we're able to bring to you here at Hochanda. Well, good news, we have resumed those orders coming to you overseas. COVID-19 meant that we couldn't fly them out to you, but of course that has changed. But something I do need to let you know is that sadly we've had to increase that post and packing per item. So it's gone up to $12.95, unfortunately.